Good evening from Delmar, Delaware. Tonight we bring you the Kiwanis Trophy game on our Henley Open Conference Friday night. Game of the week on 302 Sports, live from Francis E. Nunvar Stadium. You're watching the Settle Concepts pregame show. And good evening again, folks. I'm Benny Mitchell, and we are in Week 10 of the Delaware High School football season. And tonight's Henley Open Conference Southern Division Championship could be decided as the 8-1 Woodbridge Blue Raiders, with a 4-1 conference record in town, to take on the 8-1 Delmar Wildcats with a 5-0 conference record. They have the inside track to the Southern Division title. That's unless the Blue Raiders can win tonight and force a three-way tie. Both teams should qualify for the upcoming DIAA Division II State Football Tournament. Tonight's about conference championship, state tournament seeding, but don't think for a minute the Kiwanis Trophy isn't important. Let me bring my broadcast partner, Sean Brennan. Sean, we were just here last week, and we were treated to an outstanding performance by our Louis Pizza Player of the Game, Brooks Parker, along with Tayshawn Denard, and a guy I like as a throwback-type player, Carson Phillips. But tonight, Woodbridge answers with some studs of their own, Gabe Westcott and Brock Keeler, who the coaches think he's an all-state type linebacker. Couple of player game winners themselves this year. Add to that quarterback Troy Haynes, an impressive two-way performer, Mike Brewer. We're talking about a kid he's a potential maybe all-conference guy on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
And he's the homecoming king, by the way.
Right. We were there.
Sean, I've been excited all week about this game. How about you?
I'll tell you what, it has been an awesome, fast week just waiting for this game to happen. I have been up all night thinking about, is it going to be a defensive struggle? Is it going to be an offensive output of the game? It has both those opportunities. This is going to be so much on the line, so much pressure for both schools. But I'll tell you what, it is either way, it's going to be an amazing game.
Sean, talk a bit about the Blue Raiders.
Well, for Woodbridge, their one loss is to Milford High School on Milford's homecoming. It ended an 18-game win streak. But since that loss, they've won 3 in a row by beating their opponents 118-0. That really woke this Blue Raiders.
3 straight shutouts.
Absolutely. Offensively, Woodbridge has put up 321 points this year for 36 points a game, while the defense has only given up 67 or 7 points a game. No one has scored more than 20 points all year on this Blue Raider defense, and that was Milford and Dover, and they both scored 20. So.
And we got to see the Wildcats last week, and first time we've got to see them. We didn't have a lot of notes on them, but they have some impressive athletes on this team. Talk about Brooks Parker.
I'll tell you, this Delmar team is just crazy, offensively and defensively. Defensively, they're one of the top 4 D2 defenses in the state of Delaware. Woodbridge is top 2. So the guy that really was not on our radar was Phillips, and he just played sideline to sideline, brought the wood. I'm sure Bowman woke up, Saturday morning.
He took a lot of hits. We talked about that last week.
Awful sore. So this is exciting. This is why you do those sprints in the summer.
Right.
You lift all those weights for an opportunity to be a Henley Open champion and have that automatic bid into the tournament. And this is a Delmar team that's experienced and ready for this challenge.
Sean, before we go to the Dream Scouting Network Players to Watch, this is the first time we've had the whole crew in camera view. We got Dave Marvel over my shoulder, Trey Mitchell, our cameraman. He's gearing up. It's about 34 degrees outside and windy, and I don't know if he's getting ready to rob a bank or run the camera for this game, but he's going to do 1 or 2. Trey, if you want to step in camera view so everybody can see what you would look like with all that stuff on. That's our cameraman, Trey Mitchell, our stat man, Dave Marvel, of course, Sean Brennan, and Benny Mitchell. And that's going to take us to our Dream Scouting Network players to watch. And let's start with the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. Players to watch. The quarterback, number 4, Troy Haynes. The left-hander, Sean, I think this kid, the one thing we didn't get to see was how does Delmar defend the pass? Because Milford wasn't able to go vertical.
No.
This kid can go vertical. If he's successful vertically tonight, it's going to be interesting to see how Delmar handles that.
They're going to go vertical with a play-action pass, too. So those linebackers, they're going to be looking in the backfield sometimes, and also those D-backs have a tendency to stare in the backfield. So, Troy's thrown for 643 yards. The thing that's impressive about Troy, QBR rating of 130.4.
Right. We talk about Brewer, we talk about Massey. My other player to watch tonight, I think he's going to be key in this game on both sides of the ball, is number 2, Gabe Westcott. Just an outstanding athlete. He's had a big game. He's had some interceptions this year. He's had some touchdowns, and he's one of the things he is improved on this year above last year is he's got speed.
Yeah, speed. You can't coach speed. He's worked real hard in the offseason to increase his speed, and he has really kept that Westcott name tradition alive, and was really impressive the last time we saw him against Indian River.
And for all the folks that look at the roster and go, oh, thank God, this kid's a junior. There's another one coming.
I know.
There's one in elementary school who may be better than all of them.
That's
So
what you're saying.
for Delmar players to watch, after last week, every time I do a Delmar game, 34 Brooks Parker is going to be my player to watch. He had an outstanding game last week, and he had some long touchdown runs. He's got great speed, but he's a big body, and he's able to break tackles and then break off long runs.
6'2", 200-plus pounds, runs behind his pads, and has speed. I mean, he hits to the second level. He's all gone. Kid that I like, you're getting ready to talk about, Carson Phillips, just blew it up last week.
Right.
Sideline to sideline player. Watched him warm up. Just kind of an old school throwback kind of a
Absolutely.
player. And he, the thing that impressed me too was offensively he did a good job.
Played some fullback.
Late in the game.
Yeah.
Did a real nice job, and he really enhanced the ground and pound that the Wildcats took it to Milford.
That's number 32, Carson Phillips, the senior linebacker. And, folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about some marquee matchups tonight, something we haven't done in the past, something we're going to add tonight, and then we'll get to the Gators' keys to the game. Folks, we'll be right back after this timeout.
I am Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On and Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. I am Scott Kammerer.
Sodell Concepts pregame show with Benny Mitchell and Sean Brennan. And Sean, big game here tonight, and couple of huge matchups. And we're going to switch to the field camera as it's senior night here at Delmar High School for the Wildcats. And Sean, couple marquee matchups that we're going to talk about tonight. Number 1, at the running back position, we've already talked about number 34, Brooks Parker. Outstanding, great speed, great big kid, plays on both sides of the ball. And Woodbridge has a guy like that, too.
The Ocho.
The Ocho. Number 8, Jamon Kane. Jamon Kane was our player of the game in last year's Division II state championship.
Yep.
So, there's a kid. He's a junior this year. These are 2 guys on the same field at the same time. They're going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, I talked to defensive coordinator Jed Bell, and that was one of the things that he talked to me about was, the Ocho's starting to get it going after that Milford game. He's really starting to run aggressive again behind his pads like he did last year. He leads the team in rushing, Benny, with 744 yards or 93 yards per game, and he's got 8 touchdowns. So the Ocho's starting to get it done really helps this Woodbridge offense, continue to be explosive.
And the other marquee matchup for tonight are the 2 linebackers. We've already talked about Carson Phillips, number 32. We said it just looked like a throwback player. And I think number 44, Brock Keeler, fits the same mold. Keeler, talking to Jed Bell, is they don't blitz a lot.
No.
His reads are just excellent.
Yeah, they do a good job of understanding that everybody has a gap, and Brock definitely owns all of his gaps. Brock leads the team with 79 tackles. He's got 2 fumble recoveries. He's a first-team All-Stater. In all the football that I've seen, Brock Keeler can play sideline to sideline. He can attack a fullback if you want to run ISO. Brock's getting it done for this Woodbridge defense. And,
folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout, and we'll be right back with our pigskin picks for this week.
Hi, I'm Shannon Colburn, General Manager of Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Bethany Beach.
And I'm Douglas Ruley, Vice President and Chef of Sodell Concepts.
Located on Coastal Highway just north of downtown Bethany Beach, Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar is the landmark restaurant overlooking the beautiful Salt Pond. Some house specialties include fried baby lobster tails, baked oysters, seafood stew, lobster cavatappi, and of course, daily selections of fresh fish and raw oysters.
That's Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Bethany Beach.
Come check us out.
And welcome 302 sports fans to week number 10 of Pigskin Picks. Benny Mitchell and Trey Mitchell here. And tonight we've gone off our 302 course and celebrating week 10 of the football season. It's almost wrestling season, representing the Henlopen Hammers and Trey the CR Riders Wrestling. So wrestling season right around the corner, and we're definitely excited about that. But we have one more week of regular season high school football before we get to the playoffs. Last week, disappointing 5-3 for me. 65-18 on the season so far. My worst pick one, but I'd have to say taking Dover over Cape 28-21. Cape and Lopen, man, they found the offense Friday night. They win 50-36. So that was my worst pick. Best pick is taking Delmar over Milford. I took them 22-21. Delmar did a little more than that second half, and they opened it up, and they win 35-10. And so let's start right off week number 10. We have some Thursday night games. Of course, these games will be over by the time you hear this, but we're going to start off with the intra-district rivalry. This is the only school district in southern Delaware that has two high schools. Indian River at 1-8 against Sussex Central at 7-2. The Indian River Indians always have been a smaller school in this. Sussex Central, the larger school in the district, the northernmost school, and Indian River's had their years where they've won some games, they've won some big games, but the last time Indian River won was 2011. The Knights are getting ready to gear up for the state tournament. They're probably going to have a home game in the first round, and I think they tune up here on the Indians. Sussex Central 42, Indian River 7.
Yeah, I think Central wins big here. I don't think Indian River has it for this game.
And then Thursday night also, 3-6 Laurel headed to 4-4 Seaford for the Lions Cup trophy. At one time, this was the oldest rivalry in the state of Delaware. It was the third oldest rivalry in the nation, but canceling the game in, I believe, 2001 ended all that. But it's still a long-term rivalry. Laurel's still trying to catch up. They're on a 17-year winning streak. They still have a lot of games to catch up with the Blue Jays in this series. Both teams, well, Seaford this is their best season in years, and they're looking to snap a 17-year losing streak, and they have been putting points on the board. I would imagine it's been so long since the Lions Club trophy's been in Seaford, they may not know where to dust off a spot to put it. But I can tell you right now, they can wait another year. Laurel's going to get this one. Laurel 21, Seaford 14.
Yeah, Seaford's had a great year, and I've been impressed with what they've done this year from the years past we've seen them, but I think Laurel gets their fourth win here this year.
And then, and we want to talk about Dwayne Henry, maybe a possible Coach of the Year, bring that program back. But then we talk about another guy who's going to be in the running for Coach of the Year if he wins this game tonight. 7 o'clock kickoff in Camden, the Civil War, the Dover Senators, the Caesar Rodney Riders. And there's the cliche, throw the records out the door, do it here. These two teams are very good at spoiling each other's seasons. They've done it many times. One team's state tournament bound, the other team's having a losing record or losing season, and they end up winning the game because this is a true big rivalry in Kent County. The Senators just looking to they can't get to 500. They're playing for nothing here tonight but a rivalry. Caesar Rodney at 6-3. They win. They are in the state tournament. That means Dan Candelora has taken a team from 1-9 to the state tournament. I'm going to take the Riders here in a close one. The Riders 35, the Senators 34.
Yeah, obviously I'm a CR grad, and I coach at CR now, and ever since I've been there, CR gears up for Dover gears up for CR, and you get the best out of both programs. Obviously, I'm going to pick CR to win this game, but I do think CR, the way their defense has played the second half of the season, their offense is finding the end zone, defense is finding the end zone, that CR does get the job done here.
And let's move to some Friday night, another rivalry, the Battle of Route 9. Sussex Tech 3-6, Cape and Lopen 3-6. This is one of the newer rivalries in the Henlopen Conference. But these two, it's not just a rivalry in football. These two teams get after it in just about every sport. Tonight will be the last time Friday night will be the last time Bill Collick walks off a football field. His 42-year career comes to an end tonight. He confirmed it. Of course, it's not August yet, but he confirmed it to me that this is his last season. So rumor mill has it Coach Quillen's retiring too from Sussex Tech. Guess we'll find out. So it could be if you have two coaches going out, Man, they could be throwing everything in the kitchen sink into this game to win. Neither team has anything on the line, just a rivalry game. But I'm going to take the Vikings in a close one. Cape and Lopin 24, Sussex Tech 21.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. I think, like you said, both teams are going to leave it all out there. Both coaches are going to leave it all out there. But I disagree with you. I think Sussex Tech, they're going to get the win here.
Playing at Sussex Tech, they had the home field advantage. No rivalry game here, but it's the season-ending game for the Smyrna Eagles and the Polytech Panthers. Polytech at 6-3, best record I believe in school history, going up against the two-time defending state champs Smyrna Eagles at 7-2. Smyrna playing for the number 2 seed, a bye, and then a home game in the semifinals if they win. Polytech got to win number 6 last week, gives them the best record in program history, and a win by the two-time state champs secures that number 2 seed in the upcoming Division I state tournament. And I think the Eagles just tune up here. Smyrna 42, Polytech 14.
Yeah, great season for Polytech. They've impressed us multiple weeks, but it is Smyrna. Smyrna has become a powerhouse, and they're going to get that number 2 seed and get this win here Friday night. Southern
Division, battle for the bell. Lake Forest at 4-5, Milford at 6-3. Milford win, you're in. And I think Milford has something to prove. Lake Forest, if they can get that, it's going to be cold, and they're an option team. So if that ball's cold, that could take the option out of the game. I just think Milford has something to prove now. They're obviously, I don't think they like the way last week ended with Delmar. They want to get back in that state tournament and make a run. I'm going to take the Milford Buccaneers 28, Lake Forest Spartans 7.
Yeah, I think Milford has a bitter taste in their mouth after last week. Like you said, when you're in, they need the win. They're going to get the win. They're going to get the job done here.
And our Friday night Henley Conference game of the week, the Kiwanis Trophy game. This rivalry, 59 years old, goes back to the old Bridgeville Delmar series on Thanksgiving Day. No longer played on Thanksgiving Day, but it's a big one. 8-1 Woodbridge versus 8-1 Delmar. And Trey, we got to get a good look at Delmar last week. It's the first chance we got to see them live, and they are physical, they are fast, and second half they just took Milford apart and won that game 35-10. Woodbridge, we've done them twice this year, and we kind of felt after the Lake Forest game there just wasn't much excitement. Like the defending state champs, and either A, it happens again, or we've done what we came here to do. We even noticed the fans really weren't into the game, but apparently the St. Mark's game changed all that when they had St. Mark's down 42-0 at the half. This is for the Henley Open Conference South title. Delmar wins, conference champs. Woodbridge wins, 3-way tie. So basically all we're playing for here is a conference title, the Kiwanis Trophy, and seeding at the state tournament. One of these teams probably is going to get a home game. So going to be packed tomorrow night. We saw it was pretty crowded last week. This is the Kiwanis Trophy game. It's for the conference title. It's going to be packed. It's going to be cold. Same thing with Delmar. They run a little bit of option. These are two evenly matched teams. The only advantage I see is Woodbridge has an advantage in the passing game. Delmar has advantage on the line, both offense and defense. But I'm going to take the Cats at home in front of a raucous crowd. Delmar 17, Woodbridge 14.
Yeah, I'm really excited we're doing this game. I cannot wait to watch it. It's going to be I think it's going to be a hard-hitting game. Mm-hmm. After watching Delmar last week, Layla Wood on some Milford players. They can hit, and I know and Woodbridge can hit. And I believe I said it when they lost to Milford that they're going to start a new winning streak, and I don't think they lose. I disagree with you again. I think Woodbridge's offense might be too much. I mean, Delmar, they impressed me, but I think Woodbridge gets it done. The battle I want to see tomorrow night is number 32, Carson Phillips at linebacker, and number 44, Brock Keeler at linebacker. Yes. Two hard-hitting linebackers. Yeah. And they're going to get after these running backs. But I can tell you what right now, if the seeding falls out just right on Sunday, we just may be seeing this game again in December. I hope we do.
Very good chance that we're going to see Act 1 of a possible Division II state championship game.
I like good football. Well,
folks, we're going to be in Delmar Friday night. This game's getting ready to come up. Stick with us, 302 Sports fans. Benny Mitchell, Trey Mitchell, get ready for the playoffs.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare in a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon.
And welcome back to Delmar, folks. Benny Mitchell here with Sean Brennan. And, Sean, it is cold. The report is cold.
Oh, brother, I told you they should cancel this game. Football should be played in 90-degree weather, 89% humidity.
It's time for Gators X's and O's, keys to the game. Sean, tell us what the Blue Raiders have to do to win this game tonight.
Well, Woodbridge needs to come out and create something positive early. We were here last week. Milford tried to do it, and just Bowman could not get going. So they got to come out here and create something positive early, take this crazy Delmar fan crowd out of the game. Number 2, find balance on offense. When they seem to hurt people with play-action pass and then able to run the football, they're able to definitely get things done offensively. So they need to find some balance. You cannot be one-dimensional and sit in long down situations. And number 3, win the money down. Talking with Jed Bell, they want to try and keep this explosive offense in third and long situations, and they feel like if they can do that, they can win the money down and get off the field.
And tell us what the Delmar Wildcats need to do to win this game.
So for Delmar, number 1, they need to win the time of possession. Coach Hearn does a great job of running the football. He needs to continue to do that, take the air out of the ball, and definitely not give the ball back to this Woodbridge Blue Raider offense. Number 2, win the special teams. Felt like they did that last week. Got them going with a big punt return for touchdown last week. So they need to win the special teams. Woodbridge is a little shaky on special teams at times. So if Delmar can win the special teams, that gives them a serious edge. And then 3rd, no big plays over 20 yards. Folks, you hear me talk about it week in and week out, and that is just killer to a defense. Especially on a 3rd down, and you give up a big 20-yard play. This Delmar Wildcat offense scores 51% of the time on plays over 20 yards. So the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, they can't allow that to happen, and Delmar, they need that to happen because I don't know if they can go down the field on 80-yard drives consistently. So, Benny, there's your X's and O's.
And keys to the game. Folks, this is a 302 Sports Rivalry Series game. It's for the Kiwanis Trophy. I want to recognize some of our sponsors for tonight. At the end of tonight's game, we will pick a Louis Pizza Player of the Game. Last week it was Brooks Parker. A couple weeks ago it was Brock Keeler.
Yep.
So we will pick a Louis Pizza Player of the Game. Barclays Heating and Air brings us our out-of-town scoreboard. We have some games of interest we are going to watch tonight. We're going to keep an eye on heading into the state tournament. There's some key games out there. Cape and Lopin and Sussex Tech, Lake Forest Milford, Battle of the Bells, Smyrna versus Polytech, Slays Annam and St. Mark's, the Holy War. William Penn and Appoquinimink, Hodgson and Middletown, 8-1 versus 8-1, Flight 8 title on the line. And Wilmington Friends, Tower Hill tonight. So we'll be keeping an eye on those games with the Barclays Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. And, folks, it's time for the Green Blade Irrigation Turf Care Turf Report. We are playing on a nice Bermuda field, well cut. Sean, take it away.
Oh, this field's beautiful. It's one of the best fields in the state of Delaware. Just very well painted and very well maintained. But, Benny, it's 1 degree over freezing. It's 33 degrees outside.
Right,
folks.
and that's not counting the wind.
No, not at all. So it's 33 degrees right now. 0% chance of snow. So that's a great thing.
That's always good.
The wind is at 11 miles an hour, so the wind chill makes it feel like it's 25 out there. Barometric pressure holding at 30.5 and the visibility of 10 miles. Ladies and gentlemen, your Green Blade Turf Report.
And thanks, Sean. And we're waiting for the 2 teams to come out. Right now they're announcing the starting lineups. And, folks, we're going to take one more commercial timeout, and we'll be right back with the Kiwanis Trophy game between the Woodbridge Blue Raiders and the Delmar Wildcats. Welcome back to Delmar, Delaware, folks. Just about 100 feet from Delmar, Maryland.
Yeah, it's the main street splits.
Splits the two. It splits right down the middle of the town. So, folks, we're waiting the two teams to come to the field. And
well, since we have a chance, Benny,
yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to give a shout out to all the veterans out there.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your service, everyone. And a shout out to my brother Tim, who is former Marine. Today's the Marine birthday. So shout out to all you Special Marines and everyone in the services. Thank you for your services. It's people like you that keep us safe and let us do these great things on Friday nights.
And again, very good. And my brother-in-law, Jerry Hopper, U.S. Army, and my late father, Earl Mitchell, U.S. Air Force, both veterans of our service. And we were doing our pigskin picks, but they were honoring veterans here.
Yeah.
Brought out from all
Pretty special.
branches of the military, and one of them sang the national anthem and had a dog come out.
Yeah, the dog was awesome.
Yeah.
Nice yellow lab.
Right.
Very well maintained. Did a good job.
Again, folks, this is a 302 Sports Rivalry Series game. The last Rivalry Series game, I believe, and here come the Blue Raiders. We had Tech and Central, a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was a good game, too. And then I think Central blew it open late in the second half.
Yeah, let's talk about some Coach of the Year candidates. You always, Henley Open Conference, you look at your winners. You look at Smyrna, Mike Judy, obviously, has to be considered. The winner of this game, Manlove and Hearn, have to be considered. But what about Dwayne Henry at Seaford? Going in there and taking a program that was close to being done.
Yeah.
And Dwayne Henry has turned them around to a 4-5 season and was in last. They were up 6-0 in the third quarter.
And they got their first Henley Open Conference win in
right.
a bunch of years. And, they're playing good football.
Right.
They just don't have a whole lot of depth there. He's my pick, believe it or not.
There's one other guy I would consider. Dan Candeloro.
Yeah.
From 1-9
sure.
to the state tournament.
Yeah.
Not quite the job that Dwayne Henry's done. Dwayne Henry, the former All-Stater from Smyrna. But
well, the difference for me, Benny, the reason why I go with Seaford, there's a lot of kids to choose from at CR.
Right.
There's not a whole lot of kids
That's
at
right.
Seaford to really choose. And that guy's getting the most out of his kids, and there ain't a whole lot of them.
That's right.
So that's why he's my pick. But Candy has done an amazing job with that Rider team this year. And making the playoffs is a great thing. And so shout out to him and a great job that him
and
his
here
staff
come the
have done.
Cats, and the Cats are on the field, and Parsons, Angelo, and Parker will be the captains. And across the way, I believe I see Mike Brewer, Brock Keeler. It is week number 10, folks.
Hey, I got an early out-of-town scoreboard.
Who's that?
Score for you. First play from scrimmage, 32-yard interception touchdown. Milford leading Lake Forest 7-0 with a David Bowman interception. That kid does it all.
The
Leads
Bucks.
the team in tackles. He leads the team in rushing.
A lot of people think that the Bucks maybe are assumed, but they got to win, and that doesn't guarantee a spot.
No.
They need Conrad to lose tomorrow.
Yeah, and you can throw the records out. Any kind of rivalry game, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Lake and Milford is a serious rivalry. It's just as serious as this one we're going to watch.
Captains for Woodbridge, KJ Mosley, number 3.
Benny, this used to be a Thanksgiving Day game.
Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah. And then everybody would travel to Laurel
to watch the afternoon game, the Laurel-Seaford game.
Yep. So this is a big rivalry game, big tradition.
And also, I believe another captain is the last one, number 4, Troy Haynes, the quarterback.
Delmar starting it on defense.
Yes, they are. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Cats, the Blue Raiders, the Henley Open South title is on the line. And we have it for you here on 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell with the call with my partner Sean Brennan. On the camera, Trey Mitchell. And our stat man, Dave Marvel. They kind of threw us out of order here a little bit here tonight, Sean. The national anthem came on really early.
Sorry, folks, we're getting
Yeah, Milford up 14-0 already, so
touchdown.
They want the bell and a spot in the playoffs.
They know what's at stake.
Yes, they do.
And the way they played last week, they they had something to prove. They had a good week of practice.
Yeah, Trey mentioned that in his picks, in his pigskin picks, that bad taste in their mouth, and a little something to prove. And
Yep,
folks,
absolutely.
at halftime, I have a special guest. Head field hockey coach here at Delmar, Jody Holloman, will be in the box. We're going to talk a little bit of field hockey.
She is amazing. She is doing a great job. Great job.
Back deep, number 6, Richard Massey. Remember, Sean, the last time we saw him, he spent the second half in the Lake Forest game in a boot.
Right.
But Jed Bell told me, or I'm sorry, Ed Manleft told me he didn't miss a practice, and he hasn't missed a game.
He's a tough kid.
Kicking off, number 11, Braxton Stevenson. Folks, the Kiwanis Cup trophy game is on. That's Kane taking around the left side, and he's going to be down. Ball comes loose.
Out.
And it's Delmar ball.
And not how you wanted to start out if you're the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. We talked about creating something positive early. Delmar has come out and set the tone.
And that's going to be a handoff to Brooks Parsons. He's got some running room up the middle.
He's gone.
One guy to
big
beat,
tackle.
trucks him, and taken down inside the 10-yard line. First down for the Delmar Wildcats.
Wow, did you see the hole?
Yes, he did.
Delmar setting the tone. They know what's at stake.
Yes, they do.
We talked last week. They were in a situation last
Well,
year.
they lose tonight. They're the 8th seed.
Right. And they were in this situation last year where they had an opportunity to win the conference and they
Right.
let it slip away.
Right.
This is a veteran team, and they are ready to play.
Number 32, Carson Phillips, spits far to the right, Sean. And it's going to be a handoff to Parsons again. He's going to be stopped.
Now that
Or,
time
excuse me,
there was
Parker.
there was a hole, but it closed really fast.
That's because Mr. Brock Keeler filled it.
Yes, he did. He was getting downhill.
Second and goal for the Wildcats at the Woodbridge 7-yard line.
So this is where I got to watch it on the computer.
Yeah, we got
It's
a big
tough
window,
place.
but we got a big corners here, big
Yeah.
panel corners. Second and goal for the Wildcats. I formation. That's number 12 deep, Tayshawn Denard. Under center, Jacob Van Ark. And he looks like he's trying to run an option there.
Yeah, they ran that last week.
But that,
This Woodbridge defense knows you cannot give up touchdowns here.
that's right.
Win the money down, right? We talked about
Absolutely. I formation again with Denard as deep back. And looking over the middle, Van Ark under pressure. He's going to be sacked by number 10, Mike Brewer.
Yeah, that great pressure that time by Brewer. Also great coverage in the secondary.
Yes.
That was almost a coverage sack, you could say. There was nowhere to go with the football. He might have been better off just taking it and trying to run for the
Right.
6 there. Great job by Mike Brewer.
And that's one of the guys that we talked to the coaching staff. And, talk about a guy that could be all conference both ways. Defensive end and wide receiver.
Yeah. What matchup's that old?
Right.
Huh?
That's just an athlete. Fourth and goal for the Wildcats. Loss on the play. Takes the ball back to the 14-yard line. Loss of 7, and we're going to have a Delmar timeout early as they just can't get the playoff. Sean, we're going to take one with them. Your score is 0-0, but the Cats are threatening, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth and goal from the 14. Wing T formation. Looks like the Cats a little unbalanced there with that wing. And it's going to be a handoff to Parker. He's got some running room down the left side. Touchdown, Brooks Parker.
Big play, because we were just talking about it during the break that, you get a turnover, you got to do something with it. And the field goal's not going to get it done.
Right.
Score touchdowns in the red zone. And there you go. Straight up lead.
Our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
And welcome back to Delmar, folks, where the Wildcats have taken an early 7-0 lead. 9:12 to play in the first quarter. The Cats are on top. They strike first. And they get the ball to start the second half as they fumble on the kickoff.
Advantage, Wildcats.
Absolutely. And Stevenson on to kick it off again. And kicks this one right back. It's going to go to Kane again. Kane looking for a wall on the left side. This time he cuts it up the middle. Makes a cut to the right side. Hit spins. He's going to take it out to about the 47-yard line where the Blue Raiders take over 1st and 10. Nice little return on that kickoff.
A great field position way to start your answer to the touchdown for Delmar. The Ocho there running behind his pads a little bit.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Well, the fumble over there, he ran on the last kickoff. He was running sideways.
Yeah.
And that time he squared up and took it right at the middle.
We talk about it a lot, don't we? Getting those shoulders square and getting through a hole.
1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders at their own 40.
Stop that time. Started to get driven back a little bit. Shedded the center and came across and made a nice tackle. Our man Phillips cleaned it up.
Sean looking at her. That's going to be Kane off the left side. Hit spins. He's got a 1st down. Sean, I want to welcome our 200-plus viewers tonight. Over 200 viewers. Folks, welcome to Delmar. Welcome to the Kiwanis Trophy Game. Thank you for supporting 302 Sports. We are experiencing some internet outage here and there, but we're going to keep the game rolling, and hopefully it will stay with us. But we are good right now. 1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders at the Delmar 40. Slot to the right, tight end on the left. And it's going to be a handoff to, I believe that's Kane. He's going to take it across the 35. Pickup of about 5 on the play.
Interesting the difference we're seeing this week and what Woodbridge is doing.
That was number 3, KJ Mosley.
Versus what Milford did last week. Did you notice Milford had no splits up front?
Right.
All right. Here Woodbridge comes out with really nice wide splits, creating a nice running lane for their running backs to get through.
Slot to the short side of the field. And it's going to be a handoff to Kane. Kane puts his head down and gets it out close to a 1st down. I believe he's going to be short. As he doesn't quite get to the 30. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
So big 3rd down here. You've had good field position, 1 1st down already. A nice run Kane had on 1st down. You got to convert here.
3rd and 1 for the Blue Raiders. And that's a handoff to Mosley. He's got the 1st down. Pick up about 2 or 3 on the play. 1st down inside the 30. And I think this is the kind of game we're going to see. We're going to see the long marches by Woodbridge and the breakaways by Delmar.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see that. But, Delmar last week, they had some long drives too. So Coach Hearn knows how to take the air out of a ball. He's done it for years.
And Coach Manlove lures you to sleep with the run game. And then they play action, yeah.
Play action pass, and boy, you're in trouble. Yeah, both teams have explosive players all over the field.
Ball at the 28-yard line of Delmar. 1st and 10. I formation. That's Kane in the deep back. And handoff to Mosley, and he's got nowhere to go. No gain on the play. That looked like there was some miscommunication on that.
Yeah, it looked like Mosley wanted to go to B gap. Quarterback thought he was going to run up in A gap. Where to go at all. Left guard got blown up. So, you know what I do? I erase that play. I'm not going to run that
play. Who called?
Delmar loves that play, though. They want
right.
to see that one again.
Yeah. I formation. A loss on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 11. That's going to be a toss to Kane. He's got some blockers in front of him. Big hit, but he bounces off and stays on his feet. He's down inside the 10.
Touchdown.
Woodbridge, 30-yard touchdown run by Jamon Kane, the Ocho.
Yeah, we talked about how the Ocho's getting it going since the Milford game. There's a prime example of a kid.
The holder. Good snap. Hold. Kicks up. It's blocked. So the Wildcats break through and block it. 7-6. Folks, we're going to go to commercial. Your score was 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Delmar Wildcats, 6.
No, 7.
7. The Woodbridge Blue Raiders, 6.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts.
And I'm Ronnie Burkle from Papa Grande's.
Come visit us at Papa Grande's in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. See you soon.
At Papa Grande's, we serve fresh, authentic Mexican food with specialties like blackened fish tacos and short rib cheesesteak burritos. We have great nightly specials throughout the second season and serve the best happy hour at the coolest bar every day year-round. We are open 7 days a week, all year long.
Papa Grande's overlooking the water in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Hi,
Welcome back to the kick. It's going to be taken at about the 23-yard line. That's number 24, Dakari Beasley. Not much of on the play. He gets it out to about the 30, so gain of 6 on the kick return, and it's 1st and 10.
Really did pull the running lanes away that time.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. We'll call it the 31, their own 31. And it's going to be a handoff to Denard. And he makes a move on the outside. He's going down the sidelines. He's going to be pulled out of bounds by number 21, Jaquan Massey. 1st down for the Wildcats. So right now, Wildcats doing a little bit of everything they want on offense.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, right, they're owning the line of scrimmage, and that's huge.
Well, we said each team had an advantage, and
Trey Parsons was open, but it's good recovery. The high point just tipped that away right at the last connection.
I tell you, it's tough here tonight. 2nd and 10 at the Woodbridge 39. And it's going to be a handoff to Parker. Brings up a 3rd down.
And number 44.
Brock Healer.
It's a big down for the Wildcats here.
3rd and we'll call it 7.
But you know, Benny, if you don't get it, you know, you have an opportunity to pin that Blue Raider defense.
That's right.
Deep in their own end.
Winds have died down. I think that's because we're in the woods. I think it's windy out. It's just not where the flag is. The flag's surrounded by trees.
No, when you get away from those winds, from the trees, the wind picks up a little bit.
Full house backfield for the Wildcats. Denard goes into deep motion, and it's going to be a handoff to Parker up the middle, and he's going to push the pile. He's close to a 1st down.
He might have it. He fell forward. It's going to depend on the spot. Left foot spot usually means you got it, though.
So 1st down. The referee called a timeout and then stood on 1st down.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He called timeout so everybody would stop so
Right.
he could look to
That's
see
right.
if he had the 1st
Well, he
down.
needed quiet to look across the field.
That's what it was. Shh, we're in the library.
Right. Shh. I got to look at this. Hold on. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats inside the 30 at the Woodbridge 29-yard line.
That's what I do with my wife when I'm
Right.
trying to watch something.
And it's Denard, second guy through. Oh, nice tackle by number 21, Jaquan Massey.
There's the staple of the Delmar offense running a double dive that
Right.
time. Massey did a great job of a shoestring tackle because if he don't make that tackle, he has a really, really nice.
Well, Massey's 5'5", 127. Denard is 5'11", 170. And Massey says, look, I understand science. I understand physics.
I'm going low.
I'm going low.
I'm going low.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. .13 to play here in the first quarter. 7-6 Delmar. That's a handoff to, can't see the number, to Denard.
That play wanted to start in the left A gap. He bounced it all the way out to C gap. just kept looking for a hole to play.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. They're at the 21-yard line of Woodbridge. Power I backfield, and it's going to be second guy through, Denard, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be close. He goes out of bounds.
Yeah, he just continued bouncing that all the way down the line of scrimmage.
See where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be, well, it depends which referee's marking a spot. No gain on the 4th and 2 for Delmar. They get the touchdown on fourth down. All right. Von Ark under center and hand off to Parker, and he's not going to get it.
Nowhere to go that time.
So this is going to be Woodbridge turnover on downs.
Yeah, Massey blitzed that time right through A gap. He almost got there to intercept the handoff.
Right. Well, we saw that on the when they were running the option. So Woodbridge makes a stop. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own, we'll call it the 22-yard line. Woodbridge, they need to mount another drive and take the lead here in the first quarter. 2:09 to play in the quarter. We'll have some Barkley Heating and Air scores coming up for you in a moment, folks. Haynes under center. And we'll have a flag on the play. Chin strap. So mark off 5. So that's going to be a 1st and 15 at their own 17-yard line. Sean, just before the drive can even get going.
Yeah, you've already backed yourself up.
Right.
That's horrible.
And under pressure is Haynes. He rolls out to his left. He throws. And it's broken up. Wow, dangerous throw there.
Dangerous.
Flag on the play. It's going to be a hold on Woodbridge.
And you see that a lot of times when a guy gets outside the pocket, you as a lineman want to grab just to give your guy a chance to get outside.
2nd and 15. Second and 15 for Woodbridge.
You know, that pass was really dangerous, though. You're rolling to your left, and then you're going to try and throw across your body.
Right. I thought he had running room.
I thought he did, too. At least he gets you something on the positive yardage on 1st down.
And that's a toss to Kane to the left side and drags a couple people with him.
And that's not a bad run. I mean, he gets you back to the sticks. It looks like it's, 3rd and 9?
Folks, a few scores here on the Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. Milford 14-7. Smyrna 16. Polytech 0. It's going to be a toss to Kane, right side, follows his blockers. He's got some running room. Breaks the tackle down the right sideline. Looks to cut it back in and take it out of bounds. But he's got a 1st down. Cross midfield, and they're going to mark it at the 48-yard line.
He was so patient that time running. Really did a great job of setting up the block so he could bounce it to the outside. When I was coaching, we used to work that a lot with our tailbacks, where we made it look like we were going to run in C-gap and let that defense over pursue, and then you dip right outside. We called that bounce.
So 1st and 10 at the Delmar 48.
That was one of Coach Marvel's favorite plays. Run to bounce.
So far these two backs, our marquee matchup, are not disappointing.
Not at all. What a great game.
And again, some confusion in the backfield, but they're going to pick up about 4 on the play, maybe 3 or 4 on the play, with number 3, KJ Mosley.
I think that time he might have turned around too soon.
Right.
And he had to slow himself down a little bit because the blocking schemes, that was all coming to the right side, to the fullback.
Yeah, it's just Haynes was standing there for a while with the ball waiting for.
Well, the fullback was a little late getting out of his stance, too. His toes might be a little cold out there tonight.
Second and 7. That's going to be number 21, Jaquan Massey. No gain on the play. Actually, maybe a loss of 1.
I'm not a big fan of the toss tonight because this Delmar defense plays sideline to sideline, and when you show your hand basically when you run toss.
Well, folks, that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Your score: the Delmar Wildcats 7, the Woodbridge Blue Raiders 6. Folks, we'll be right back after this timeout. And welcome back to Delmar, Delaware, folks. 7-6 Wildcats lead as we start the second quarter.
And it's a pretty much even up game, isn't it?
Yeah, other than the blocked extra point, that's going to be a handoff to Kane. Finds some run room left side, and he's going to be taken down inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
Heading into this quarter, how even it was? 86 yards for Delmar, 88 yards for Woodbridge.
Wow.
3 first downs apiece. And here's Delmar's first chance at it at 4th down. Or, sorry, Woodbridge.
4th and call it 7.
Delmar's 1 for 2 on 4th down with a touchdown.
Yeah, the one was a big one. And Manlove doesn't punt a lot. If he's around midfield, he's going to go for it.
The old riverboat gambler.
Haynes drops back and has a man open. It's Westcott. Makes a move, has the first down.
Yeah, what a great pitch and catch that time. Westcott knew where the chains were, went right to the chains, curled right up. Great pitch and catch. You make that guy miss, and then you get plus yardage not only on the fourth
He's
down.
the younger brother of Jordan, who was a linebacker at Wesley, and another brother, Logan, playing at Arkansas State as a safety. Redshirting this year, played at Delaware State for 2 years.
And a matchup that we talked about in the pregame show.
Right. And that's going to be Mosley, right side, hit hard after a gain of about 5, and spins and lunges forward for another yard.
Really nice job that time of hugging the block. We talked to Coach Marvel and I on the way up about how backs today don't really hug the block and get real tight. And if you could see it on the camera, Mosley did a really good job of hugging that block. And then once he got through the hole, getting the shoulder square.
Second and 5 for the Blue Raiders. And it's going to be a handoff to Kane and hitting the backfield, nowhere to go, and almost outruns him, but they can't outrun the next guy. Delmar setting the edge. The outside is not there tonight for Woodbridge.
No, not at all. I mean, they're going to have to, set it up with the bounce play.
Right.
And work as a play that you can get outside.
Right.
They got to show one look to get to that edge because this defense right now is setting the edge.
3rd and 9 for the Blue Raiders.
Woodbridge is 1 for 2 on 3rd down in the game.
And Haynes play action, steps up, and nowhere to go. He's going to be sacked, or he's going to gain on the play. Get back out to the 30, excuse me.
And that's
going to pick
up. He had the coverage that he wanted, one-on-one.
He's a lot of pressure.
But there was nowhere to throw the football, or no time, I should say, to throw the football.
So he gets it out to the 30. That's going to bring up a 4th and 6.
The receiver at the top of the screen is wide game. See if they don't come back to that a little bit.
That's number 2, Westcott, and he's and we saw his ability to get up for the ball too.
Yeah.
That ball sailed on Haynes a little bit, and Westcott was able to get up and pull it back down. Yeah, he's soft on that coverage too, Sean, on that far side. And he's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Phillips up the middle. Delmar football.
Wow.
Woo!
Wow. How about it? I love that kid. He gets it. Downhill, great tackle. You know, we talked about him old school last week.
Right.
Face mask down there. There was nothing that Woodbridge could do on that play.
So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 38-yard line. Shotgun formation with Van Aert. And it's going to be a handoff to Parker, but he's hit at the line of scrimmage. And that's one you got to be careful with Delmar, with Woodbridge. They love to strip the football.
Yeah, they do. Keeler did a good job that time of making the tackle. And then, you know, the other guys are coming in and trying to rip that ball out. They tried to trap that time.
Right. So gain of maybe a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Can't tell if it's a gain of a yard or the down marker guy's leaning to his left. Right. And this time option. Denard has the pitch. Oh, hit. By a couple. That's number 54 on the tackle, Joshua Benedict, and number 3. And the big hit came from number 9.
That time by the corner forcing that ball
right.
inside because he was getting stalk blocked.
Right.
And he was able to come off the stalk block and step up and force that ball inside.
And Delmar's lucky. That pitch was a little high and behind him as the quarterback found a guy in his face and brings up a 3rd and 4.
The pitch relationship was really bad too.
Right. Well, Van Ark stopped in his tracks and then didn't pitch right away. So that brings up a 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. Handoff to Pro, fakes the handoff, runs the option, not there. Parker and number 3, Mosley on the tackle. Or correction, 44, Brock Keeler on the tackle. And that's going to be a punt. They're punting down for Delmar.
Delmar 0 on the money down.
I tell you, Sean, our marquee matchups, man, they're
coming true.
They're coming true tonight. We're talking about Phillips. We're talking about Keeler.
A little update for you. Smyrna rolling now 24-0. Big pick 6.
Hey, it's bad enough let them score on offense. You can't let them score on defense. Back deep. 2 guys back deep for the Blue Raiders, and we have a whistle on the punt. It's going to be illegal procedure against the Wildcats, so it's going to mark it back 5. So it puts the ball back at the 40. Boy, that was a... He didn't even walk it off. He just went and threw it down on the 40.
He did.
And they're cold, too. I got to respect what they're doing out there tonight.
It's cold in Booth. I can imagine what's like on that field right now. Told you, bring back the swamp.
Good sound. We're a little high. He's going to get it off a little sidewind punt. That's not going to be much of a punt there.
Might roll, though, this week with the ground being hard.
Yeah, going to bounce inside the 30 to about the 25. That's where Woodbridge will take over. And Sean, give me that update with Smyrna.
Smyrna Eagles steamrolling Polytech Panthers 24-0.
24-0 first half score there. Smyrna looking for that number 2 seed. They win tonight. They will be the number 8 tournament champs. Woodbridge takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30. .6:23 to play in the half. And that's a handoff to Mosley, tripped up.
Yeah, he had to play. Mosley had to play that time.
Gain of 2 on the play brings up a 2nd and 8.
Dear Lord, David Bowman with another touchdown, Benny. The Milford Bucks rolling 21-7.
Battle for the bell up in Milford. I'll actually give him a gain of 3 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 7. And that's going to – oh, big hit. Bounces off it.
You know who it was.
That was Phillips with a hit.
I know who
and that was the Ocho bouncing off it and taking 2 more steps. Man, we're in a slobber knocker here. Nice, Sean.
Realized the Ocho is not Bowman.
No, not at all.
We watched him hit Bowman like that all last week. Bowman kind of went down.
Well, one thing about Carson Phillips is he's going to keep doing it. But he might take a beating for this one's over.
He might.
3rd and 2 for the Blue Raiders, and that's going to be Mosley hits and spins. And tackle by number 74. But his tackle gives him 5 more yards as he lunges that big body into him. Yeah,
absolutely.
Correction, that was number 73, Mason Lilly. First down for the Blue Raiders at the Delmar 46-yard line. 5:09 to play here in the half. Delmar leads 7-6.
A game that is pretty much even.
Right. And that's number 6. Number 6.
Richard
Massey. He picks up, call it 3 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 7. And the one thing we thought where Woodbridge had the advantage we haven't seen is they're not stretching the field vertically yet.
Well, they tried, but they didn't have any time.
Right.
I mean, they got to fix some things.
Blocking wise, yeah. Slot to the far side of the field, and that's going to be a toss out there to number 6, Massey. Initially tripped up, and then a gang of cats come in. He's going to take a loss on the play, loss of about a yard. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
That's the staple of your offense, but that play is not here right now. Tonight.
Right.
You know, you have to come up with something else.
3rd and 8 for Woodbridge.
Woodbridge 2 for 4 on 4th down, 50%. That's a nice ratio
to
have. And you know, the Riverboat Gambler, they're in 4-down territory.
Well, they're near the 50.
Yep.
3rd and 8 here for the Blue Raiders. And fakes the toss, counter coming back. Got some running room, takes it across midfield. That's number 8, Kane.
And now you're in a 4th.
Pick up about 5. So 4th and 3. Heck, that's 4th and short for or 3rd and short mentality for Coach Manlow. It's going to be a long 3 though.
Nice counter play that time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And
Phillips
tried to hand off to Brewer.
Phillips.
And Phillips blows it up.
Run blitz. The thing I love about Phillips on that run blitz that time, he's not showing it. He's a lot of times you see linebackers sugar up in there and give it away. Phillips that time demonstrating his speed, that he can blitz that gap from his base alignment.
Right. 3 minutes to go here. Delmar takes over. 1st and 10 at the Woodbridge 45. 3 minutes to play in the first half. At halftime, we're hoping to have field hockey coaches Jody Holloman up here, the number 21 nationally ranked Delmar Wildcats field hockey team. And Denard stretching it out. Mosley goes low, and down the sideline. Going to go out of bounds around the 20.
Yeah, Mike Brewer tried to take on the trap block and then come off it and make a tackle. You just can't do that.
No.
So he tried to force that inside. There was just no way Brewer could get that done.
I formation for the Wildcats. Von Ark under center. And it's going to be a handoff to Denard. Hit initially in the backfield, but pushes it ahead for a gain of maybe 2 on the play. Tackle made by Keeler and Brewer.
You'll see a lot of times teams do that. What worked one way, you come back and run it the other way to the wide side again. And that's exactly what you saw. That was that same play. This time, Brewer was able to keep everything inside.
Couple of scores from our Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. William Penn up 14-0. Sal's up 14-6. William Penn winning is not good for Slays Annam. William Penn wins. They are in the state tournament. And Van Ark looking to pass. And throws a little bit behind.
Yeah, he saw him late. It was tough for him to get out.
Last night, Sussex Central 35, Indian River 0. Laurel 19, Seaford 6, winner of the Lions Cup trophy. And Caesar Rodney wins the Civil War 27-14, and they're on to the playoffs as we talked about earlier, going from 1-9 to the state tournament.
Great job, Coach Candy.
Caesar Rodney Riders. And shotgun formation here for Delmar, 3rd and 9. And Van Ark under pressure, and he's got to run it. He's going to be sacked.
Nowhere to go.
That's going to be a loss of about 5 on the play, 4 or 5 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 15, and Coach Hearn's going for it. Minute 38 to play. No, these two guys.
Are you surprised?
Punters can stay in the locker room. And we're going to have a Delmar timeout, folks, and we're going to take one with them. Your score is still 7-6 Delmar Wildcats, and we'll be right back.
Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
Welcome back, folks. Coming off the timeout, this is Delmar's second timeout. 1 left. Minute. I think their clock has a minute 30 left to play in the first half.
See if Delmar tries to throw underneath here to number 33. There it is.
Van Ark under pressure again, moves to his right. And incomplete.
So last week we saw that play a lot towards the end of the half where number 33, Trey Parsons, comes up underneath. They kind of run off, especially when they're seeing man coverage. They'll run you off with 2 and 3 receiver, and then number 1 comes underneath for a rock.
Yeah, Sean, this game's interesting is, opening kickoff, Woodbridge fumbles. Delmar on 4th down takes it in for an early touchdown. Woodbridge comes right back down the field and scores, and that's been it.
Yeah.
That's been it.
We thought it was going to be crazy, but both teams settled down.
Right now it's a battle between J.R. Harmon and Jed Bell. And that's a handoff to number 3. Mosley loses his footing but stays up and picks up about 6 or 7 on the play.
And that's the drill you do in preseason. Guys grab it at your feet. You put the left hand down and continue to move forward, regain yourself. Without him putting the hand down, that's a 0 yardage gain.
Yep, gain on 7 on the play. 2nd and 3. Under 1 minute to play here in the first half. Delmar leads 7-6. Pistol formation. And that's number 21 on the carry, Jaquan Massey.
Boy, did they get away with one. Did you see 2 guys in motion that time?
Right, and I think we're going to have a timeout, Woodbridge, and yes, we are. So, folks, we'll take one with them. We'll be back for the final minute of this first half. 7-6, Delmar.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements.
Welcome back to Delmar, folks. Benny Mitchell, Sean Brennan here. Woodbridge still with 2 timeouts. 40 seconds to go here in the half.
Should stop until the chains get set.
And back to the pistol formation. And Haynes back to pass. He's got some running room. Looking to come out to the left side.
Oh, big there by number 2. Oh, my.
And that was on Parker, and Parker is down.
And that was a legal hit, folks.
Yeah.
Legal hit. People here don't like it, but that was a clean
He squared him up.
All shoulders, head in front. Big hit. Now we're seeing that on Saturday afternoons now, where level they haven't called that yet.
Thought he got everything in front. To me,
he got everything in front.
So, folks, we're going to take a timeout while And welcome back, folks. Brooks Parker back on his feet, but Sean, he just kind of stood there for a minute.
Yeah, he did. He had to get himself together. He'll be all right. He just gave a thumbs up to the crowd, and he'll be
2nd and 2.
He'll be good
for Woodbridge. And that's going to be a toss to 21, Massey, and he's got the first down. Jaquan Massey.
And again, the clock stops while
Right.
the chains get set. And look at this Blue Raider offense lined up and ready.
All ready to go. And they're going to take a timeout. We're going to stay right here with the action, folks. Luckily, good to see Brooks Parker up, walking around the sideline. Trainer's still looking at him, but, I mean, it was a vicious hit, but it was a legal vicious hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And everything was in front.
Right.
You know, he's going through concussion protocol right now on the sidelines. And, you know, he's talking, he's communicating, he's doing okay. Which is great to see.
Well, we know in college and in the NFL, they take your helmet. And they've not taken his helmet yet. And a lot of concern. A lot of trainers have been to him, and he wants to play.
Well, this game's kind of turned out what we thought. You know,
right.
Defensive kind of struggle.
Hard hitting.
Yeah, defensive struggle.
Parker over hugging his mom right now. It looks like he's going to stay in the game.
He'll definitely try to get back in it. That kid's a competitor.
Yes, he is. 1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders coming off the timeout. 21 seconds to play here. Their clock has 16. Pistol formation. Haynes drops back under pressure, and he's got nowhere to go. They strip the ball. But right on him is number 59, Josh Probst, with the tackle.
That's 2 weeks in a row, a team driving at the end of a half, and this defense creates a turnover.
Right.
And that's a testament to this Wildcat defense. They bend, but they don't break. They just
6
keep
seconds
playing.
to play in the first half. 7-6, still our score.
Now here's, after this play, I'm going to give you an interesting tidbit.
Okay.
That will make this game even more interesting.
I think Delmar's going to take a knee here and take this into the half.
When you break these two teams down, Benny, by quarters, okay, Woodbridge has the first quarter advantage with a 14-12 average.
Right.
But where Delmar wins games is in the second and third quarters, folks. They hold a 24-18 advantage against their opponents. This third quarter coming out could set the tone for what we see in a Henlow championship.
We're going to take a commercial time. We'll have Jody Holloman, head coach of the Delmar Wildcats field hockey team.
Solo Concepts is the premier restaurant group in Southern Delaware. We have 8 restaurants from Lewis all the way down to Fenwick. We have a catering company, a food truck, a soda company, a film company, and a management and a consulting company. We believe in beautiful, simple food. We like to develop the people we work with, and at the same time, we have a little bit of a higher mission, and we're trying to make the world a better place.
and we have a group of people that every day wake up and they get after it, and they're all focused on one thing, and they're trying to make a great company, and we're trying to make the Culinary Coast a national focus for the United States as a food destination. I think we've done a really good job of that in the past few years. The daily grind of the restaurant can be very difficult. You're dealing with alcohol, food, and people. Those are three highly volatile things. So sometimes it's better to have a little bit of a higher calling, a little bit of a higher purpose, that as a group we're trying to get together, stick together, and be about something. And for us, it kind of gets us through the hard seasons and the hard times that we can rely on each other. We have about 150 full-time year-round employees, and then every season we hire, I think this year we hired about 270 people. So we have 270 seasonal people spread out throughout the whole county. And for me, it's great. And some of these people started out as 15-year-old busboys working with us, and now they're lawyers and doctors and business executives throughout the world, and they still come back and they have a relationship with us. So it's been a really nice experience for us that we're so connected to the community, and we can develop people on so many different levels. We want to support the people that we work with. We want all of our employees to have what they need to grow and be professional. And we may open 10 more restaurants. We may open 100 more restaurants. But all we know at the end of the day is we want to stick together, and we have a great group of people, and I'm really proud of them. I'm proud of everybody. This is a really trying year, and it's a testament to the team that Matt put together that we flourished after a tragedy. And the stronger and better we can make Southern Delaware, the better our restaurant group's going to be.
And folks, welcome back to Delmar High School. Benny Mitchell, Sean Brennan here at halftime. And with us we have the head field hockey coach here at Delmar, Jody Holloman. And Jody, first of all, congratulations, number one, on the season you're having, number one seed.
Thank you.
Tournament starts tomorrow, defending state champs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and looking this year it changes a little bit. We go to two divisions.
Yes.
So tomorrow you play Mount Pleasant. Talk a little bit about that. Looks like it's going to be a cold one.
It's going to be a cold one. We had practice today about 10 o'clock to try to get used to the cold weather because we've had a great season of great weather. So we hopefully will adjust tomorrow. We're ready to play. We've been sitting for 2 weeks, so we should be fired up.
All right, so talk a little bit about your career. 137, 21, and 2. So Dave Hearn is not the only legend here. 100 wins yourself. A lot of I saw looking at the records, a lot of 17 and 1s and 17 and 2s, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Last year, the first thing I want to know is what's more exciting or more relieving to you? After 3 runner-up finishes in the state tournament, winning a state title or getting the cake monkey off your back this year?
Winning the state title. Winning the state title.
Because they beat you all 3 times.
They sure did.
And then, last year, you guys won the state title. I think got knocked off by Tower Hill, but then this year you came out and you beat them for the first time in your career.
Yes. Our players are just they've been waiting for that to get that monkey off their back, and I think winning the state title last year took a little bit of pressure off of us, and we've just been rolling since then.
So you didn't originally start Delmar. Talk about where you came from and how you got to where we are.
Okay. I played field hockey at Pocomoke High School, so I come from a strong tradition of field hockey. Played in college at the University of Delaware. My first head coaching job was actually at Mardella High School. We started field hockey there. Then I went to Parkside. I was at Parkside for 10 years, won a state championship in 2005, and then have been here ever since 2009.
Now, they always say when you take on a coaching role, never follow a legend. And
I followed a legend. Right. I did. And because she had created such a strong tradition here, it was easy to continue that. And, I learned a lot from Linda Budd, not only about playing or coaching the game of field hockey, but being a teacher. And, she's just an awesome role model for me.
Talk about some of the girls on your team this year. Who leads the Delmar Wildcats as they go for their second straight state title?
We have several leaders. It depends on where on the field. Peyton Kemp is our leading goal scorer with 36 goals. My leader in the center of the field is Ashlyn Carr, a junior, and then my leader in the backfield is Haley Bitters, also a junior.
So going into Mount Pleasant, you guys don't get to play a lot of the Blue Hen Conference. I'm sure everybody's probably already banking on Delmar winning this thing, but anything can happen. And,
that's right.
And we know this. How do you keep your girls focused to go to play an unknown team that is probably statistically not at your level? How do you keep the girls focused?
just like we have all season long, this year we focused on Delmar field hockey, not our opponent. I think in the past there's been times that, especially when we play Cape, we focus on Cape. So we tried to change that a little bit this year. It's funny because on a recruiting trip that I went with one of my players to Syracuse, their head coach, Ange Bradley, talked about, the focus shouldn't be on the team you play. It should be on your team and what your team needs to do, and the rest will take care of itself. And we have definitely focused on that this year. We don't ever talk about any opponent, who we need to mark. We just go out there. I don't ever bring up any specific players, any things that they do, corners. If we go out there and execute the way we need to, we're in pretty good shape.
Right now, as a coach, as we all are, as we coach sports, we love all sports. You're at a game today, and of course, you not really got to experience tight games this year, but what do you think of this one right here?
This is awesome.
Yeah, it came out,
this is Delmar through and through right here.
It came out, boom, boom, Delmar scores, Woodbridge scores, and that's kind of been it.
Yeah, I know. It's maybe that block on that extra point might be the deciding factor at the end.
Now, when we come down here today, there's not a lot of people in Delmar. Of course, they do call it the town too big for one state. But they pack a lot of people in the stadium.
Yes, we do. The community has just amazing support of all of our athletic programs. When you're riding here, I just live 2 miles down the road. I moved here because I wanted my kids to grow up here, because it's just a great small town community, and I love every minute of being here.
Jody, I want to thank you for coming aboard, talking a little about field hockey, Delmar field hockey. Good luck in the state tournament starting tomorrow, and
thank you.
Get the Cats that second title.
Thank you.
From Plate Catering, the catering division of Sodell Concepts, where we're doing beautiful, simple foods for you. We can accommodate intimate affairs or larger parties anywhere from 1 to 800. We can go anywhere in a 50-mile radius of our location, be it on the beach, in your home, on a farm, at any venue, including the Indian River Life Saving Station, which you'll see later in our clip. You can choose from a pre-designed, chef-driven menu where we keep only the freshest and most local ingredients in mind, or we can customize a menu to your liking. Plate Catering. I hope you keep us in mind for your next event.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp with Chef Maurice Catlett, and he's cooking a wonderful campfire s'mores pie. Enjoy. Pat's Fish Camp in Lewis and Bethany Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week, lunch and dinner. Chef Maurice has you covered. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Shannon Colburn, General Manager of Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Bethany Beach.
And I'm Douglas Ruley, Vice President and Chef of Sodell Concepts.
Located on Coastal Highway just north of downtown Bethany Beach, Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar is a landmark restaurant overlooking the beautiful Slop Pond. Some house specialties include fried baby lobster tails, baked oysters, seafood stew, lobster cavatappi, and of course, daily selections of fresh fish and raw oysters.
That's Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Bethany Beach.
Come check us out. Hi, I'm Shannon Colburn, General Manager of Blue Coast Seafood Grill.
Welcome back, folks. Benny Mitchell, Sean Brennan for the Sodell Concepts halftime show. And we have some stats here. First of all, interesting conversation having a field hockey coach up here at halftime in a football game. But want to definitely give that woman credit because she has built a winner here. Not built a winner. It just has managed to maintain what Linda Budd did here in her in her time. So, Sean, let's talk some stats. Halftime stats brought to you by Dave Marvel. And it's a pretty even football game. Actually, Woodbridge has the advantage in total yards with 130 to Delmar's 110. Delmar with no passing yards, Woodbridge with 10. Woodbridge 120 on the ground. Delmar with 110 on the ground. Woodbridge 6 first downs. Delmar 4 first downs, but the key right now is the 2 Woodbridge turnovers. One on the special teams and one on the offense.
I think personally the key, a blocked extra point.
Right. Well, it's key to the score right now, correct.
When it happened. You know, another stat, too. Both teams are 1 for 3 on 4th down.
Right.
So you can't get any more even than what we're seeing.
Leading rushers so far tonight is Jamon Kane, 10 carries, 84 yards with a touchdown. And for Delmar, Parker, 7 carries, 65 yards with a touchdown. That was our marquee matchup, one of our marquee matchups, and they have done their job tonight. At least making us look smart.
Right, absolutely. You know, the other thing that if you're Delmar right now, you're checking on the health of Parker because he is so huge.
Right.
In your offensive plans, and when you're one of the top offenses in the state, and you lose a guy like Parker, that's tough to come back from.
Well, Sean, right now, I mean, it's going to be tough to pick a Louis Pizza player of the game, which we'll do at the end of the game. Obviously, 4 candidates right now, I would say. Parker, Kane, Phillips, and Keeler all having outstanding games. Though in there, Westcott, who's having a good game. So, coming up at the end of the game, folks, we will have our Louis Pizza player of the game.
Now, I told you right before halftime, this third quarter is going to really determine the game because both teams averaged 4 points apiece in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So, folks, make sure you're watching for the excitement that's going to happen this third quarter.
Some of our sponsors, Dream Scouting Network, they bring our players to watch. The Greenblade Turf Report from Greenblade Irrigation and Turf Care. Barkley Heating and Air, they bring us our out-of-town scoreboard. Delaware Self-Defense Academy, Royce Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, one of our sponsors this year for our Henlopen Conference football. And folks, like we said, and that's why we have the Slobber Knocker, this is a 302 Sports rivalry series game.
You know, I trademarked this. You owe me money. Slobber Knocker is my trademark.
Actually, I think it might be
that's me.
Jimmy Ross from WWE. He's the originator of the Slobber Knocker. Oh, my God, he's got a family. Good call, Trey. Folks, we're going to take a commercial time out here on the Sodell Concepts halftime show with Benny Mitchell and Sean Brennan, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Soto Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Soto Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Soto Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out. Camera from Soto Concepts.
And I'm Ronnie Burkle from Papa Grande's.
Come visit us at Papa Grande's in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. See you soon.
At Papa Grande's, we serve fresh, authentic Mexican food with specialties like blackened fish tacos and short rib cheesesteak burritos. We have great nightly specials throughout the second season and serve the best happy hour at the coolest bar every day year-round. We are open 7 days a week, all year long.
Papa Grande's overlooking the water in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out.
Welcome back to Delmar, folks. Benny Mitchell with Sean Brennan. Your halftime score is the same as your first quarter score. The Delmar Wildcats 7, the Woodbridge Blue Raiders 6. And Sean, we thought we were going to see a high-scoring game after that first couple of possessions, and it's just turned into a defensive battle.
Well, you got the number 2 defense versus the number 4 defense in Division II getting after each other, and it's a game right now between the 30s. But both teams are explosive offensively as well. Delmar number 1 in offense, Woodbridge number 2 in offense. I'm actually really impressed with the defenses, though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a Cats offense that the last 4 weeks have beaten their opponents 166-23, and to be winning 7-6 is crazy. But I was talking with Coach Marvel after he added up all the stats and used his fingers and toes, and we're interested to see some halftime adjustments here. Both teams, great coaching staffs, do a great job of making those adjustments. We saw that last week when Delmar scored on the first play of the second half.
Right. After a penalty.
After a penalty,
right.
Backing them up. Woodbridge, Jed Bell, I'm sure, is going to be making some adjustments. Both defenses bent but don't break, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. I know the cold could be a factor as well. You get some of those big hits, Benny, it's harder to hold on to the ball.
Right.
And with these temperatures dipping down, that ball becomes real slick and difficult to hold on to.
Couple of updates with the Barkley Heating there, out of town scoreboard. Milford now up 35-7 on Lake Forest. It looks like they're keeping the bell in Milford. Slazan up 21-6 on St. Mark's. Slazan's doing what they have to do, but William Penn 21-0 on Apo. So they're just making it a little bit longer before that Sally season ends.
My question to you is, if Slazianum's defense, who's fighting to get into the Division I playoffs, gave up a touchdown to St. Mark's, and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders did not give up a single point, that tells you how good both these defenses really, really are.
Right. Wilmington Friends 30, Tower Hill 0. And then last score we got on Smyrna, 24-0 over Polytech. No score on the Cape and Lopin Sussex Tech game. Here's a score that's surprising me. Hodgson 0, Middletown 14. Hodgson's sticking with them.
Yes, they are. First time in Division I.
Right.
You know, hey, it is so cold. It's a feel-like temperature of 25.
Yeah, I think the way Trey just bundled up, he'll tell you what it feels like as he just went back. Scores from last night: Sussex Central 35, Indian River 0. Sussex Central goes 8-2. They will be the number 3 seed in the Division I state tournament. Seaford, after leading 3 quarters 6-0, Law comes back with 19 unanswered in the fourth quarter. They win 19-6 to take home the Lions Cup trophy. And then last night in the Civil War, Cesar Rodney 27, Dover 14. The Cesar Rodney Riders. Coach Dan Candeloro takes his team from 1-9 to 7-3 and a state tournament berth in Division I.
And a chance to win the Coach of the Year.
Right, absolutely. So, folks, we're ready to start the third quarter. Both teams back on the field. Again, you're watching 302 Sports, your leader in sports in the state of Delaware. Like to, as Week 10 winds down, I want to thank Scott Kammerer, CEO and President of Sodell Concepts. He is the Sodell Concepts. They are the official sponsor of our downstate live streams. We'll have more of them coming up as wrestling season is around the corner. Sean, the mats got rolled out today.
You're so excited.
Yes, so excited. Ready to start the Henlopen Conference wrestling season. But we still got some football business to take care of as we got the playoffs coming up and the state championships at first Saturday in December at the University of Delaware, where myself and Sean Brennan will be there with the call. Our stat man, Dave Marvel, and our cameraman, Trey Mitchell, will be along as we have both. Wow. Press box announcer just came over and told us that 2 Delmar players will not return for the second half. Angelo and Von Arks, both not coming back due to injuries. Well, there's 2 Van Arks. Is that the quarterback Van Ark, or is that the...
I don't know. He didn't say.
If that's the quarterback, Van Ark, that's huge. On the kick is Rust, number 24.
Ric Flair ran away.
Yeah, back deep.
He went back to get his...
That looks like Phillips. Or no, that's number 33. Excuse me. Trey Parsons back deep for the Cats. So here we go, folks. Third quarter, getting ready to get underway. Your Henlopen Conference Friday night game of the week. The Kiwanis Trophy game. Short kick. It's going to bounce around, but the Cats are going to have it.
Interesting strategy there, huh? Your defense has been playing well. Don't give them an opportunity to return.
It is the quarterback, Von Ark. That brings in the freshman, number 6, Dante Trader, under center.
Another Delmar tradition in that name.
So here we go. Update from our press box announcer. Mr. Elliott, I believe he said his name was. Does a great Ric Flair imitation. And Trader hands off to the first man through. That's Parker. And he's going to pick up about 6 or 7 on the play. Tackle made by number 9. Come on to Massey.
And Parker running with a man on a mission.
Yes, he is. 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats. They're at about the 49-yard, their own 49-yard line.
That's a way to get going on first down, too. Now your whole playbook's wide open.
And that's good for the freshman quarterback. Takes the hand off. Oh, hit!
Wow.
Wow.
That's our man.
Who blew that up? Was that Keeler? Yeah, no, that's number 54. Joshua Benedict blew that play up.
He did. I saw the 4 and thought it was Keeler.
Right.
What a great job that time. What a run blitz. Now a big third down.
Third and call it 3.
Delmar 0 for on the day on third down. They are 0 for 4 on third down.
3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. I formation. Denard, the deep back. And he's a Trader, drops back. Has a man open. That's Phillips. He's got the first down. Nice little safe pass. Gets a first down. As Phillips drags across the backside. Massey on the tackle.
Yeah, Benny, you want to definitely get something safe pass for your young quarterback so he starts to develop some confidence and starts to feel good about himself.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Woodbridge 43-yard line. Third quarter, 10:19 to play in the quarter. 7-6 Delmar has been our score since the second series of the game. I formation for the Cats, and that's a handoff. No, keeper by Trader, and he's dragging Massey down the field. He's got the first down.
And maybe this is why he's been inserted into the game, Benny.
Right.
He offers a running game out of the quarterback position that Woodbridge didn't prepare for.
Right, right.
And there's a big play over 20 yards that we talked about in the pregame show. Not giving up.
Massey limping off the field. Remember, he sprained that ankle back in week 7 against
he's been
Lake
off
Forest.
and on all day with that limp.
At the Blue Raider 25.
For them to give and keep it and have Trader get out on the edge.
Right.
That's going to make it 2nd and 7. Delmar from the Woodbridge 22.
Taking a long time to get this play in.
And he's going to have to go on sound.
Right. Well, you're signaling plays to a new quarterback, so slots to the bottom side. Woodbridge is confused, trying to match up. And it's going to be up the middle with Parker. And he's going to pick up about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. Ball at the Woodbridge, call it 17-yard line.
What a nice drive coming out of the hub. I mean, out of the halftime. And the clock goes tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier as well. Coach Hearn takes the air out of the ball like nobody else.
We saw it last week. It was a long fourth quarter for the Bucks.
Yep.
And option, Trader nowhere to go. He's wrapped up in the backfield.
And again, there you go. Bend but don't break.
Right.
Big third down stoppage.
That was Keeler in the middle of that. Number 5, Corey Hastings in on that tackle, and then just a whole bunch of other Raiders.
Yeah.
Fourth and 3 for the Wildcats. Looks like a loss of 1 on the play. Brings up, puts the ball at the 18-yard line. Delmar breaks out. Trader comes up under center. Looks like some confusion in the backfield with the Wildcats. They can't get lined up.
Delmar 1 for 3 on 4th down so far.
And Trader's going to roll right. Has a man open. Catches it. That's Parsons. And he goes out of bounds.
What a great catch by Parsons.
Absolutely.
Ball thrown to the back shoulder where he had to turn his body completely around. Got a hand on it. And just what great concentration. Now making it 2
Puts
for 4.
the ball inside the 10. Looks about the 7-yard line.
He was wide open in the flats. Nobody covered him.
7:09 to play in the third quarter. And you said this is Delmar's quarter throughout the statistically.
And they've only given up 9 points in this quarter statistically as
Full house backfield for the Wildcats. And it's going to be a handoff to Parker. Keeler on the tackle. Number 54. Joshua Benedict on the tackle. Looks maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Puts the ball at the 5. 2nd and goal from the 5.
That's a good first down play.
Mhm.
Positive yardage. And this quarter is almost over.
You're at the 6:45 mark.
Yeah, this quarter is almost over. I can't believe it.
And full house backfield again. Oh, no, two backs back as he goes out on the wing. Trader under center, motion coming to the near side. And ball on the ground. Trader able to get back on it.
I think they recovered, right?
Yeah, they did recover. Trader recovered the fumble. Keeler right there if he didn't. And it looked just a bit, case of maybe the quarterback a little too soon. We saw the ball in the air the whole
players. They're trying to get out away from the center, get to the exchange with your running backs.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up a 3rd and goal from the Woodbridge 7. Denard and Parker in the backfield. And Trader's going to roll out, throw deep to the end zone. Touchdown!
How about that? Freshman quarterback coming off the
Number
bench.
88, Zach Covington on the catch.
Leading your team down the field.
5:37 to play in the 3rd quarter. On the kick, number 11, Braxton Stevenson. So they used up half the quarter.
We talked about 4 guys for the Louis player.
Right.
Got to insert Trader at this
Absolutely.
point.
Kicks up. It's good. Delmar takes a 14-6 lead. Folks, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back with more of the Kiwanis Trophy game.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters.
And welcome back to Delmar, ladies and gentlemen. Benny Mitchell with Sean Brennan. And Sean, it looks like William Penn is ending Sally's season. William Penn 28, Appoquinimink 0. A William Penn win puts them in the Division I state tournament.
And that's a really good Salesianum team, too.
Right, that may not be in the state tournament. 14-6 here as Delmar kicks off. And it's taken by number 21, Jaquan Massey. And just really nowhere to run, but he breaks out of some tackles. And he's going to go down about the 32-yard line.
Shifty running that time.
Salesianum doing their job. They're beating St. Mark's 21-6. First and 10 for Woodbridge. They need to answer, Sean, at their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, you cannot afford to not answer here with some kind of points.
And they just took 5 minutes off the clock on that last drive.
I had said that. This quarter's half over.
Right. And that's going to be a handoff to Kane up the middle. And he's going to gain about 2 yards on the play. Delmar standing him up and just ripping at that ball. Hey, what's the hand and arm strength on Kane as 4 guys are digging and clawing and he's able to hold on to that ball.
Denard just came off the field.
Look at him holding his back. 2nd and 9. I formation. And that's a handoff to Kane again. He's got some running room off the left side. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play. 4 maybe.
Brooks Parker that time cleaning it up.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like Kane was going to be able to bust that tackle from the safety.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Trader had a beat.
Kane's the deep back. Brewer comes in motion. He's going to be a toss to Kane. And he cuts it up the middle. One got a beat. Steps out of the tackle.
He's gone.
And he is gone. Sean, he's jogging down the sideline. 64 yards.
Big play offense. Hey, the Ocho, I told you, he was getting it going.
And he never, he just ran so easily.
Yeah, he stayed in second gear. He has a whole nother gear that we've seen live in person before.
So I guess all Woodbridge needs is for Delmar to score.
Yeah.
Delmar scores, they score.
Right. Well, this is a big 2-point conversion to tie this ball game up.
Fort's lead, 3:58 to play in the third quarter. Woodbridge going for 2.
And the Ocho going off the field for this particular play.
Come on, folks. Cover them up.
Power eye backfield.
Going to get the ball.
It is Massey, right side. No, keeper by Haynes.
He's got it.
14-14, folks, with 3:52 to play here in the third quarter.
Henlopen Conference Championship.
Championship's on the line.
Wow. Hey, what a great play fake that time.
Absolutely, folks. We're going to stay right here because this place is starting to go nuts. The Woodbridge fans jumping up and down on the far side.
Shaking the stands over there.
Shake our friend Glenn Frazier from 105.9. He had to stand up out of his seat.
Yeah, he did. This is a battle of the ages.
This is
battle of the ages right now.
For the Kiwanis Trophy. I talked to Jordan Westcott last year. He did the game with me. I did a Delmar game with me and Woodbridge game with me, and he said they have a dinner tomorrow night. And you don't want to be the losing team on that dinner. And he had to do it 4 times.
Oh, wow.
So on come the Wildcats to receive the kickoff.
You know, folks, that's what's so great about the Henlopen Conference.
We still got the rivalries. Yep.
The traditions that go along with it. It's just awesome.
Rust on the kick, and he's going to kick it down to about the 20-yard line. And just maybe a gain of 4 or 5 on the play.
Really good tackle.
So I think the intensity is about to pick up.
Oh, it has picked up. You know, Woodbridge felt the urgency, and they've responded in a positive way. And we've watched Delmar have that same urgency from the opening kickoff.
3:53 to play here in the third quarter. 14-14. As Woodbridge answers a Delmar score and gets a 2-point conversion as Haynes fools everybody and sprints to the pylon.
It was great play action.
And he does not run a lot. That's going to be a handoff to, I believe that was Parsons. Tackle made by Massey.
Showing some good misdirection on first down.
Pick up a 5 on the play.
Yeah.
Call it, well, down guy needs to stand still. Pick up a 6, 2nd and 4.
5.5.
Yeah. Delmar, this time quick coming out of the huddle, Sean. Remember the last drive, they took their time. 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. And it's going to be a handoff to Parker again. He's going to get about a yard, stacked up by the Blue Raiders. Again, number 44, Brock Keeler on the tackle.
He read that right away, trusted his keys, worked straight downhill. There was nowhere for Parker to run the football at all.
No gain of 1 on the play.
He stuffed the backer in the hole.
This yard marker guy's killing me. Now it's a pick up a 1. Yeah, he is.
It's 25.
3rd and 3 for the Wildcats.
It's 25. I'm having trouble just speaking tonight.
Right.
Nose is running. I'm telling you, bring back swampy weather.
Trey took my hand warmer
too. Yeah.
Well, he's out there in the wet element, so we'll give him a break there.
He's young. He's tough. He's
3rd down for the Wildcats, and that's a handoff to quarterback keeper. Fumble.
It was a fumble. I think Trader got it back, though.
He did.
What he did, Benny, was he put the ball on the hip of the fullback. He didn't get it in the extended.
Loss of 2 on the play.
I think that was going to be a keep.
4th and 5, and on the punt is number 81, Ryan Nelson. Back deep for the Blue Raiders, number 6, Richard Massey, and number 2, Gabe Westcott. Floater off to the right side. It's going to bounce around to 49.
It hit a Delmar player.
Hit a Delmar player, so it's going to go back about the 48.
He never threw the beanbag. But it hit him. But he never threw the beanbag.
1:45 to play here in the third quarter. Hey, Sean, that might.
And I'll tell you, that's the sideline from Woodbridge was talking about. That ball was.
Well, now we got one referee back here.
And in a game of defensive strategy like this, 3 yards is a big difference.
Soleil's Annam goes up 31-6. That game's at St. Mark's. Over in Pike Creek, and they're discussing whether it was touched or not.
That ball was definitely touched by a Delmar player.
And that's what the line judge or the back judge is saying. He's pointing to the spot.
And like I said, this is a game of inches tonight. 3 yards is a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Well,
everyone's overriding, I guess. It's going to be right there.
If one referee says, I saw it touch him, how did the other say it didn't?
I have no idea.
Anyways, 1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders at their own 44-yard line.
I've come to the conclusion that's why we're here.
And they're there.
Right. Absolutely.
Haynes takes a snap, hands off to Mosley.
There's nowhere to
go. He's able to push ahead and get about a yard.
Too much penetration that time. Big number 73, Masson Lilly.
Call a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for Woodbridge.
Lilly, 6 foot, 248.
That's filling the gap right there.
Yeah, it is.
2nd and 8 play here for the Blue Raiders. I formation. And you got Ocho up in the fullback spot. He's usually in the tailback spot. And it's going to be Massey. And he keeps his feet, gets it across midfield to the Delmar 49. Pickup of 6 on the play.
There was a big collision.
3rd and 2.
I don't know if you heard it.
3rd and 3.
Hear it. Phillips and the Ocho going at it on ISO. The big 3rd down.
Will Johns checking out of the game. 6'7", 340.
That's a run stopper.
And we have an official timeout for Blood. And that brings Phillips out of the game.
In number 58, Wingate. Connor Wingate, a junior. But that's tough when your big tackler's out on a big 3rd down.
And that's a handoff to Mosley. Gets about 2 on the play. This is 4-down territory for Coach Manlow.
Yeah, we've seen it all night. But I'll tell you what, if Denard doesn't make that tackle for the Wildcats, there's a lot of running room up in there.
Phillips checks back in the game. 4th and 1.
You don't. And he's on the other side of the ball.
Well, he's taking himself out of his game right now. And Jody Holloman talked about that at halftime. We played Delmar's game. We don't worry about what they do.
Their opponents are.
Right.
I coach the same way in softball.
Right.
We talk about that all the time. We're going to play Buccaneer softball. I don't care who's on our schedule.
So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back with 4th quarter action. Your score, 14-14, all knotted up in the Kiwanis Trophy game.
From a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
Welcome back to Delmar High School, folks. 14-14, all knotted up in the Kiwanis Trophy game. Big Henlopen South Division rivalry game, and it's for the South title, or at least a share of it. 4th and 1. And that's Kane on the carry. Ball's on the ground.
He got it back. No, he
Delmar
did not.
ball. Delmar ball.
Wow, big fumble recovery by number 28, Taquan Denard.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 37-yard line.
That talks about, we talked about it. It's cold.
Right.
That ball is slick. Guy reached in, ripped it right out.
And maybe a case of the Ocho doing a little too much. He had the first down. He was looking to sprint away for a touchdown. And
he had 2 hands on the ball, though.
And the kid was pulling the whole time.
Yeah.
So
he had 2 hands on the ball.
Trader coming in at quarterback. 1st and 10, Delmar. Showing that wind starting to blow in this window, dude. I'm getting cold.
Oh, I can't imagine what it feels like out there right now because it is cold in this box.
And that's going to be Denard on the counter. And stretching it out is Woodbridge. He's going to go out of bounds. He's close to a first down.
Somebody got hurt on the sidelines there. And what great sportsmanship.
Picked him up, yep.
Yes, Denard reaching down and helping that young man up.
And he's going to be short of the first down. Gain of 9 on the play.
Great play call that time by the Wildcat.
He just stiff-armed his way to 9 yards.
Yeah, he did.
I think he stiff-armed like 3 guys.
Well, Kane stepped up, looked like he was going to make the tackle. And he ate a stiff arm.
It's a final. Wilmington Friends wins the Independent Conference 30-0 over Tower Hill. And that's going to be Parker, and he's got the first down.
He's still moving, Benny.
And he's going to have the ball at midfield at the 50.
And I'll tell you what. I don't know if you noticed, 2 tight ends.
Right.
Packing it in, ground and pound, take the air out of the ball.
1st and 10 at midfield, right at the 50.
Do not sleep on Trader.
No, absolutely.
Quarterback. Do not sleep on him at quarterback.
Hey, like you said earlier, not prepared to see him come in this game. That's Parker off the right side. Correction, Denard.
Massey with the tackle that time.
Picks up, where are they going to put it? 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
That's not bad on first down. They're getting off on first down. Body language. What are you seeing?
Well, you're starting to see some hands on hips.
Yes, you are. You're starting to see it.
2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. And we're going to have a whistle on the play. Offsides. Must have lined up offsides on Delmar.
I don't know if they were set. They went on sound. That's only Delmar's 2nd penalty of the game, right?
We haven't had many penalties in this game.
No, I have it as 1 for Woodbridge for 5 and 1 for Delmar for 5.
So mark it back 5. That goes from 2nd and 7 to 2nd and 12.
Now it's 2 for 10. Man, we got to get some hot chocolate up here now.
Tell me about it. A lot of people out there with the hoodies up, I can tell you that. If I didn't have a headset on, I would.
You said this was football weather, and I'm saying no. They're not setting
That's Trader off the right side. Oh, big hit. That was number 6, Richard Massey. He does pick the up the 5 back and brings up 3rd and 7.
Massey with 2 big tackles this drive so far. In a row.
Mm-hmm.
In a row. But I'll tell you what, they weren't set that time either.
Well, I think the last penalty they were lined up. Some of them had their head over the ball. 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. Trader 3 for 3 here in the second half. Delmar has not been big on 3rd down tonight, though.
Nope.
And Trader's going to roll out to the right.
He's got a man open. Yeah, he did.
And that's Covington again.
Yes, he saw him.
And he's going to take it down inside the 20 in the red zone.
Brother, 4 for 4. You're a freshman coming off the bench. And he had him open.
The ball inside the 10.
He throws a nice catchable ball, too.
So 1st and goal for the Wildcats. At the 6. Well, Trader, good job of stretching it out until that receiver could get open.
So after going 0 for in the first half on 3rd down, the Wildcats offense getting it going. They're 2 for 3 this half. And the clock still goes tick, tick, tick.
May score too early. 1st and goal from the 6. And that's a handoff to, is that Phillips? To Denard.
Nowhere to go there.
Stop made by the middle of the line, including Kane for Woodbridge. 2nd and goal, Delmar from the Woodbridge 5.
So a gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and goal.
It's getting loud, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It is getting loud. Both sides.
Milford 42-7. Looks like the bell's not leaving Millie. 2nd and goal for the Wildcats. I formation. And that's going to be a handoff or a pitch to Denard. Makes a move.
He's close.
Traders toss right to Denard. Behind.
See, that play, it's tough because you're faking that to Parker.
Right.
You know, and everybody wants to run to Parker. And that
ball on the 2, 3rd and goal.
Trader doing just a masterful job. That was great play fake that time. Good pitch. He's only a freshman, Ben.
I hear you.
He's only.
So I can't I might have to take my pencil and my notepad and my phone with me to the Delaware game tomorrow and figure these points out when those afternoon games get done.
Yep.
2nd, 3rd and goal for the Wildcats. Here comes a blitz.
They ran.
But he's in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Delmar. Big number 34, Brooks Parker.
20-14.
And that's what that option does, and that pitch play on the toss. All that opens up Parker's running game inside.
Good snap, good hold. It's up. No good.
Missed it.
Wow.
Wow.
So a Woodbridge score, and it's what he can kick. You don't have to worry about the block field goal now. He can go for 2.
Yeah.
You know, so, but they got to score first. And folks, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back with this 4th quarter action. Welcome back to Delmar, ladies and gentlemen. Benny Mitchell with Sean Brennan, 302 Sports, Henlipen Conference, Friday night game of the week. Delmar leads 20-14 with 7:04 to play in the 4th quarter.
And the big play of that last drive was that 3rd down pass from Trader to Covington.
Back deep for the Blue Raiders, number 6, Richard Massey. So they're going 1 man back deep this time. And the kick, they're going to kick it deep. And it's going to be taken by Brewer at about the 4-yard line. And Brewer's got some running room on the right side.
There's
a flag.
On the play, blocking the back.
32, Johnny Carson, Palmer Phillips with a deep kick. Flag flies, blue indication.
It was the block in the back that sprung it for Brewer.
So Woodbridge, 6:55 to go. They're going to go almost the length of the field. That's going to be a big 15-yarder.
And that's going to pin that offense deep.
Once again, blocking the back against Woodbridge.
And that's going to take the ball down to the, as soon as the referee places it. It's like their own 5, 6-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders at their own 6. 6:55 to play. They trail 20-14.
And you've got to go 94 yards.
Right.
And he's got move. Oh, look at this. Wow.
First down.
Turning. Mosley getting it done.
Wow. First down for the Blue Raiders. I tell you right now, if you're Coach Manilow, don't score too soon.
True.
Although neither team's been able to score on back-to-back drives. So.
Oh, the big dog. He got back.
Yes, he did. That's going to be a handoff to number 8, Kane, and he's going to carry it out to about the 29-yard line.
That's where you're the center. You just want to snap it real quick.
Yep.
Get a free play.
Pick up a 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. And not only did he kind of stood there after he.
No, he was trying to get back.
Right.
Benny, when you're that big.
Yeah, you got to get all that momentum going backwards.
Buddy, I know. I'm that big.
And there's a handoff to Mosley. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Breaks another one. Then the secondary.
Nice move.
One guy to beat, and that's Parsons to come up behind as Phillips tries to strip it, but that's a first down. Big run for Mosley.
He ran
and
out of
Phillips
gas.
Phillips is down.
He ran out of gas. Yeah, I think Phillips just landed wrong.
On his shoulder.
We saw him last week
get a
burner.
stinger.
Yeah, we saw him last week get a burner, and I think that's what happened there.
Ball will be placed at the Delmar 26.
Mosley with some nice moves.
Yes, he
that
did.
time.
Some little whoops in there,
and those shoulders were square the whole time too, so it was easy for him to just continue to eat up yardage.
1st and 10, and we notice Kane has moved to the fullback position for Woodbridge, and it's as he runs into number 73, Mason Lilly.
And he's quietly having a good game. That's his 3rd big play of this game.
Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. Now notice 44 Brock Keeler starting to stretch that back. These guys have been hitting all night long, and they're starting to feel the effects of it here late in the 4th quarter.
Well, and when it's cold, you feel those
a little more,
a little bit more.
Kane on the carry. He's got some running room up the middle. Takes it down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down.
That was a good jump cut that time, wasn't it? Looked like he was going to go outside. Defense really started to fly. Jump cut.
First down. Referee blows the ready to play whistle before the changer set.
We saw that last week.
Must have a dinner date.
Yeah, we saw that last week too. Delmar got caught.
Look at the splits on Woodbridge here, Sean.
The Ocho on a short run on the inside. We had a little technical.
Yes, yeah. We haven't had a freeze all year, and then we get one tonight.
Well, it is
even the laptop's
freeze.
cold.
It's the first freeze.
2nd and 6. Approaching 4 minutes to play in the game. Westcott and Brewer split wide to the right. And that's Haynes on the keeper. Keeler out there to block. Cuts it inside. Touchdown, Woodbridge.
That's his 2nd.
20-20.
Went to the well again.
Right. 3:58 to play in the game.
What a game. What a game.
You know, Sean, we made the decision this week to switch and come down here and do this, and we made the right decision.
This is the best game we've done all year.
All season.
All year.
20-20. On the kick is Dylan Rust.
This is huge.
They've had one block tonight. You do have the holder is a heck of an athlete in Gabe Westcott, so good snap, good hold. It's up. It's
no good.
It's good.
Is it good?
Good. Woodbridge. He kicks the knuckleball through.
Man, that squeaked through. I couldn't tell.
Woodbridge 21. Folks, we're going to go to commercial timeout before we bring in this final 3-4 minutes.
Brian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
And we're back to Delmar, folks, and Sean Brennan, 302 Sports only brings you the best. 21-20, 3:58 to play in the fourth quarter in the Kiwanis Trophy game. Henley Open Conference South title on the line. Woodbridge kicking off.
How about Hayes for player of the game?
Haynes, yeah. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to come down to who wins this game. Russ kicks a knuckler. And that's number 32, Phillips. And low hit there by number 17 on the tackle, Tajon Hammond. And number 11, Trey Haynes. Slow getting up.
He got clipped with like in the head when Phillips was running by.
So here we go, folks. Dave Hearn's got the ball again. 3:54 to play.
Freshman quarterback trying to win a state or a conference championship.
We've had the ready to play whistle a long time getting this play in. I don't think we've used any timeouts this half, have we?
I don't
think so.
I didn't write any down, so no.
And they're going to call this play quick and get on the ball.
He's been going on sound a lot.
Right.
There it is, sound. Yep.
And he's going to roll out to the left this time.
Got Phillips.
And he's under pressure.
He needs to tuck that ball away.
Throws downfield. He's got a man open. That's Covington. Big hit as he catches it.
And that's what a scrambling quarterback can do to a secondary.
Right.
Everything was initially covered really well. And then
First down,
as he
Delmar.
started to scramble around, guys wanted to step up and make a play. But what awareness for a freshman to understand where the line of scrimmage is and not throw that ball over the line of scrimmage. Man, this kid he's exciting.
Right.
Getting it done with his feet, getting it done in the air.
14-year-old freshman.
3 big catches by Covington, and he's perfect throwing the football right now too.
First and 10 for Delmar at the 35 of Woodbridge. Approaching 3 minutes to play here in the game. Second guy through, there's a double dive with Denard, and that's number 5 on the tackle, Corey Hastings.
Well, that's actually what they call handback, Benny.
Right.
The ball goes to the front side, you fake it there, and
I call it scissors,
yeah.
I call it scissors.
Yeah, that was the handback play that we used to run.
No gain on the play, second and 10. So the team that we thought would throw the ball tonight hasn't, and the team we thought would run the ball tonight's thrown it.
Yep. Well, and we talked about in the X's and O's of having good balance.
Right.
And it seems to me Trader really is
He's brought balance to this game, yeah.
Absolutely.
Second and 10 for the Wildcats. 2 tight ends. So that's going to be Parker.
Oh, nice move.
He's got some running room
What a
on the
cutback.
left side. He's going to be short of the first down, though. Brings up a third and looks like a 1. Third and 1 for Parker.
We talked about a jump cut by the Ocho. That was another great jump cut by Parker. Looked like he was going to run it up inside there to the left A gap and then just jump cut it all the way to C gap.
Second or third and a long 2. 2:10 to play here in the game. 21-20. Woodbridge. Delmar threatening late in the game.
We talked about not wanting to score too early, right?
Right. Run blitz. He's wrapped up in the backfield.
Big run blitz that time.
That was number 8.
Number 9.
Right, number 9. Came on Massey, and then here comes the big guy.
Clean it up.
Keeler cleans it up.
Yep. But what a great blitz by Massey that time. Jed Bell.
4th and 5. And the Woodbridge fans coming to their feet. I think we're going to see this young man roll out.
I have a feeling they're going to let it run down and call timeout. There you go.
There you go. Timeout, Delmar. 1:23 to play. Sean, we're staying right here because This, my friend, is high school football at its best. This crowd, both sides are into this game. 4th and 5.
What do you do?
Minute 23. I'm putting the ball in Trader's hands and letting him make the decision.
Yeah. Are you going to throw it?
If I gotta.
I'm gonna see if I can't keep it. I'm gonna roll it out and have the old pass run option.
Right.
See if I can't get to the ball to Covington again.
I like to call it the run pass option.
Well, you know,
feet first, see if you can get it.
Us old Gator guys, I should say, because the new Gator guys like to run it too much. But us old Gator guys, old Spurrier guys, we're the.
Here we go, 4th and we're gonna call it a 4th and 4. Delmar's been true on 4th down tonight.
This is a passing formation.
And he's going to roll right.
There it is.
Under pressure.
Nobody.
And he's not going to get it. Woodbridge ball. Turnover on downs.
I don't know, Benny. He's close. He is close.
First down.
Yeah.
Looked like he had stepped out of bounds.
He had 3 guys to beat. Now, this is a freshman, folks, coming off the bench. You know, he beat number 9, Massey, who's made some great plays. He beat our man, big number 44, Keeler. And the will of this young man putting his team on his back gets a big 4th down.
1st and 10 at the Woodbridge 23-yard line. And it's going to be Parker. And he's going to pick up about 5 on the play, maybe 6. And we have a whistle.
Timeout,
Delmar. But, folks, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back with more 4th quarter action. Delmar, folks. Benny Mitchell with. Welcome back to Delmar, folks. Benny Mitchell with Sean Brennan.
My fingers are so cold I couldn't feel the button to turn us back on, Benny. I'm sorry.
I hear you. Minute 8 to play. 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. They're in the red zone. And it's going to be Trader rolling right again. Turns it up to run, hit. And we can't see what happens there on the right side.
We're going to have to watch it like y'all now.
I think they said
I think he's out around the 5.
First down. 1st and goal, 56 seconds to play.
When you stood up, you blocked my view. So
well, and I just stood up and looked at a wall. So
I had no view of anything.
They must not have gone out of bounds because they've started running the clock. Ball at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal.
1 timeout left.
Correct. And that's a handoff to Parker, right side.
He's in. Big
touchdown, Delmar. (26-21).
That was a young man putting his team on his back. Coach, let me play quarterback.
Right. And Delmar's going to take their last time out as Parker came off the field. I think they wanted him in to go for 2. So they'll take their last time out with 37.7 to go in the game. They lead 26-21.
Von Ark's on the sideline on crutches, has to feel so happy for Trader to be able to do what he did tonight and keep his team not only in the ball game but just take control of the game.
And Woodbridge fans, no faith. A lot of them are leaving.
Well, offensively, they got kids that can take it to the
yes,
house
they
and
do.
play too. So, as a coach, that's what you're telling your team. I know you feel bad right now, for what just occurred. But as long as there is time on the clock,
right, and the athletes we have,
you have breath in your body. You need to keep playing.
Well, looks like the Delmar must be going for 2 here. Don't know that they need to. Well, I guess yes, the touchdown would tie it up.
I mean, that was one of the things I was proud of my softball girls this season. You know, Betty, we won 4 games down to our last strike. You just keep playing.
Wildcats
just keep playing.
Come off the timeout. Going for 2.
They're quieting the team down, or the stands down here.
And it's going to be Trader rolling right again. Has a man open. And it's caught. 2-point conversion. 28-21. So Delmar's going to have to, Woodbridge is going to have to score and convert the extra point. Sean, I'm telling you, if the seeds fall right on Sunday, we might watch this in 3 weeks.
That'd be crazy.
But
what a great game.
The way I've looked at all the possible scenarios, I don't see how these two don't meet in the semis. And it's the thing I've talked about for 3 years now. I don't like the reseed.
Right.
Put the bracket in there. You do it in every other sport.
Sure.
Why are we changing it for football?
It is what it is, right? Once you get in. That's true. I mean, we were the 11th seed.
Right.
And in softball, we didn't reseed.
You know, field hockey tomorrow.
Caravel, number 1.
There's going to be no reseeding tomorrow, in these field hockey tournaments. So, I get it. The NFL does it.
Right.
We're not the NFL. This is high school football. Give me a bracket. Let me play that bracket.
Sure.
Here we go. Delmar to kick off. 37 seconds to go in the game. They lead 28-21. So we have a defensive first half, and then the offenses show up.
And that's the halftime adjustments we talked about.
Right.
Both these staffs do a great job. You're not going to keep these two offenses down for very long.
Head down, son.
So different kicker. Phillips is on the kick now. He usually kicks deep. And
I've watched these Blue Raiders return a couple kicks this year.
And we have a whistle and a flag.
Think, Delmar was offsides. Number 9.
Flag. Looks like it's going to be offside. Delmar on the kickoff.
That's DeJuan McGriff. Yeah, he was a little excited to get downfield.
Right. So that's going to put it back on the 35. Woodbridge is going to have him re-kick. And they've got back deep Brewer and Massey.
You're going to see, I think, more of a squib type kick.
Right.
Which in this cold.
Yeah, but I don't want. If I'm squibbing, I don't want to kick it to Kane.
No.
He's moved back up to about the 35.
Yeah.
Middletown 21, Hodgson 7, Salesianum 38, St. Mark's 18. Here we go, folks. 37 seconds to go. Phillips tees it up at his own 35. And kicks it hard down the middle of the field. Brewer has the ball. And he's got some running room on the right side. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. Shawnee's got nobody. He's got one guy to bring him down at about the 50 to the. And they're going to whistle it dead. 24 seconds to play in the game.
Everybody had good angles to take away the touchdown. But it's a great effort by
Brewer. And I think if Brewer runs for the sideline, he can take off. He made that cut back inside and allowed everybody to catch back up.
The angles were really good.
Because he had one guy here that had to hold up on his block.
Right.
Because he went back inside.
Yep.
So here we go. Delmar 47, 24 seconds to go. Pistol formation. There's play action. And Haynes is going to run it.
And that takes way too much time.
They got all their timeouts, though.
Right away.
So 16 seconds to go. Woodbridge takes their first timeout.
And there's a flag down, which could be on Delmar.
Well, let's wait and see. They're
Woodbridge
pointing.
saying on Delmar. Delmar saying
Right.
it's on Woodbridge.
Referees getting together.
They're pointing towards Delmar.
Mm-hmm. Well, Haynes came up excited about something. Dead ball. That's going to be a personal foul then. Personal foul.
That's big.
That's going to be both ways. And somebody's been ejected.
I didn't see anyone come off the field.
No.
So this Woodbridge passing game has been non-existent all night. Delmar was late getting over there to cover.
Haynes has been thrown out of the game.
Number 4, the quarterback, Haynes, is ejected from the game.
And that means he has to sit out
at the playoffs.
First round of the playoffs. Coach Manlove going out there to talk to his kids, try and rally them up. That's a big loss for the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, because now
they're going to take their time out.
Not only are you in trouble in this game, but in trouble for the next game.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course, we don't know who they're going to play yet. Well, can't wait to go home and watch the tape to see what happened there. Haynes came up excited about something.
Somebody came up really excited and started clapping, and one of the Delmar kids were in that direction.
Right.
I don't know if it was him because I didn't pay attention to the number.
Well,
because
to get ejected on something, you had to have thrown a punch or something.
The thing I was looking at was Parker was laying flat on his back and not getting up. And I was really thinking it was going to be like a delay of game penalty on Parker.
Well, Haynes picks up 6 on the play, brings up a 2nd and 4. Looks like Brewer might be moving the quarterback. And he is. Brewer moving the quarterback.
You want to talk about facing adversity.
Right. 16 seconds. Brewer drops back, rolls out to the pressure, throws downfield towards the end zone. Touchdown! And a flag.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Offensive pass interference,
That's
right?
a horrible call. I just watched that play the whole way.
That's a shame.
That's a horrible call.
That is a shame.
Wow.
What a finish. What a finish.
Wow.
Congratulations to the Delmar Wildcats.
Shame it had to end that way with 5 seconds to play.
Benny, you'll have to go home and watch that game, game again.
I watched it, and there was some bumping down there. But I thought the push came after the initial touch by Westcott.
I don't know if he has the arm strength to reach the end.
Yeah, he threw a laser down there just then.
It wasn't a perfect spiral, but
No.
it got there. But I don't.
Well, one more play to go. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You know, I don't understand. The officials have let these kids play all
Until now.
Until the
end. In the last 2 plays, we have an ejection and a pass interference. Right.
Well, here, if you're Delmar, you got to play center field.
Yep. Brewer flushes right. He's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
He can't get it off. He fumbled, and Phillips is going to scoop and score. Phillips going to scoop and score.
Now, all that, Sean, and I just saw a 44-kilo get run over his back. No call. Incredible end to this game.
What a game.
Wow.
What a game.
Well, it was everything we asked for.
And more.
6. I don't know if we're going to go for the 2 or not. Both teams walked off the field.
Well, this is big for the
so a chop block on
below the
Woodbridge.
waist, right?
Yeah.
On Woodbridge, decline.
Right. And declined. I guess and the refs are leaving. So we're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back with the post-game show.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Sodell Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Sodell Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Sodell Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sodell Concepts post-game show with Benny Mitchell and Sean Brennan. And Sean, it was everything we could have asked for in a game like this. The Henlopen Conference South on the line. The Kiwanis Club, or Kiwanis Trophy on the line, and Delmar, they pick up that last scoop and score, and they win this thing 34-21. And I just talk about this game we just saw, the performance.
What a great performance by the Delmar Wildcats. My hat's off to them for hanging tough and facing adversity when your starting quarterback goes out, looks like with an ankle injury, and you bring a freshman off the bench, and he puts the team on his back. Goes perfect for passing in the second half. Big third down pass to Covington when it looked bleak for him, and was able to continue a drive where they were able to then to get in and score. For the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, you feel bad because you had victory and then taken away from you.
Right.
And you not only have victory, but you have victory after your starting quarterback gets taken out. And, with an unsportsmanlike penalty. And your backup, Brewer, comes in, throws a laser down the field, and you think you win the game. And it's tough to come back from that. It's
absolutely.
Really tough to come back from that. It's a shame that the game kind of ended that way because it was a well-played game with very few penalties. Woodbridge had 3, and Delmar had 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Louis Pizza player of the game, number 6, Dante Trader, the freshman, comes in, throws a couple touchdown passes, moves the team down the field, and wins the Henlopen Conference Southern Division Championship. Dante Trader, our Louis Pizza player of the game.
Dante Trader, 6 for 6 for 101 yards throwing.
Let's talk some stats here, Sean. Total yardage for Woodbridge, 204 yards. For Delmar, 296 in the air. Woodbridge only 10 yards passing, 194 on the ground. Delmar 101 yards passing. All came in the second half under Trader, and 195 yards rushing. 6 for 6 for 101 yards, Dante Trader.
Well, we talked X's and O's about being balanced on offense, and he provided that balance, that they needed. When you go back and you look at the X's and O's that we talked about for Delmar, they had to win time of possession. Hey, that first drive coming out of the second half, dear Lord, it took over half the third quarter. They won on special teams, I thought, today.
Mm-hmm.
They had a blocked extra point. They did really well when they needed to on special teams, and no big plays over 20 yards. They did give up one big one that the Ocho had.
Right.
Woodbridge, I talked about in the X's and O's. They had to find some sort of balance offensively, and they did not at all tonight. You can't play this Delmar team and only have 10 yards passing. We saw it last week with Milford. They had one completion for 10 yards and the same amount of passing. And, this defense is just too good between Phillips and Parker and Denard and a bunch of other guys. Big number 73, Lilly. had a great game.
Well, let's talk about some individual stats. Parker, 13 carries, 83 yards. Denard, 17 carries, 88 yards. Kane, 16 carries, 172 yards. Mosley, 13 carries, 109 yards. I imagine first round of the playoffs, you're going to see Brewer at quarterback. Don't know who they're going to play yet, but we saw his athletic ability.
Yeah.
Able to roll out. I mean, he threw an end-over-end pass 40 yards downfield and hit Westcott right in the chest. Right in the chest. So
Sussex Tech, a final. Bill Collick leaves the field a loser this time at Sussex Tech. Sussex Tech 18, Cape Henlopen 5.
They're playing big. Will they get a couple doubles?
I don't know. Maybe a triple.
Obviously, a field goal and a safety. So, folks, that's a wrap for Trey Mitchell, Dave Marvel, Nick Halliday up in Wilmington, Chris Mitchell at home with the scores. For Sean Brennan, I'm Benny Mitchell, folks. We'll be looking down the road at some playoffs coming up. Not sure if we're going to have any first-round games. Definitely going to have the semifinals and the finals. Folks, have a great weekend.